Moments later, Wu Lin's body turned completely into cultivation essence and dissipated even as essence spirit dissipated. Moments later, Wu Lin's body turned completely into cultivation essence and dissipated even as essence spirit dissipated. Yi Mo sighed and took Wu Lin's storage ring. Wu Lin knew he was no match for him, and he ended his life by giving back to the world. This way, he didn't lose his chance to go through samsara. The spirit chi here was so dense that it couldn't be explained with just spirit range. Just when Yi Mo wanted to check, a few people entered the palace. Brother Yi Jing Xueching, thank you. For saving my life, the leading man was Jing Xueching, and there was a truth realization state level 4 next to him. Jing Zhuoxiang said, paid guest, Na was originally planning to save my brother, and now we happen to come. Yi Mo just realized that this truth realization state was a paid guest that hadn't left. He clearly was someone decent to try to save Jing Xueching. Seeing that Jing Xueching was fine, Yi Mo laughed and said, all is good as long as Brother Jing is fine. Jing Xueching sighed, when I made friends with Brother Yi, I knew you were no ordinary person. In such a few short years, Brother Yi is already a truth realization state master, and yet I'm still stuck where I was. I was planning to help Brother Yi before, but eventually it turned out I needed your help. Yi Mo answered, you still need to organize Songhai Palace. I believe you will be very busy. I'm leaving here. If I have time, I will come visit Brother Jing. Jing Xueching nodded. Okay, the reason that bastard Yonglani didn't kill me was because I think he found out your whereabouts and wanted to kill me in front of you. He's much stronger than Wu Lin. Brother Yi, be careful. Yi Mo laughed. Okay, then I'll be leaving now. If you have any trouble, you can come find me at Mou City in South P State. Then Yi Mo disappeared from the Golden Palace. This person is so powerful, the truth realization state cultivator, next to Jing Xueching, exclaimed. Paid guest Na is right. Simu Lin was killed in one move by Yi Qianbei. I believe Palace Lord Wu wasn't able to last very long either. Wang Han added. After Yi Mo left, he released his flying ship again. Since he came, he would definitely go kill that Yonglani. In half a day's time, he came to the Ling Island for the second time. He came here for one purpose only, to teach Wang Tsang a lesson. There was defense formation outside, and Yi Mo couldn't scan the entire place, but inside, his spirit sense blade could easily penetrate the spirit sense shielding formation of the Alliance leader estate. But when he came in the island, he didn't find Wang Tsang and was greatly disappointed. There were 2 truth realization state primary stage at the Alliance leader estate, but he didn't know either of them. With this, Yi Mo lost his interest, left the island. Tong Lin Island was about the same area as Ling Island, and the Tong High Cult was situated here. The solo cultivators were most scared of the Tong High Cult. The cult leader was very cruel, but as long as you didn't offend him, he usually wouldn't care about ordinary people. But his son and daughter was even more cruel. Any slight unhappiness, and they would kill for no reason. Yonglani's son Yongwuzi was very ugly and lustful. There were countless cultivators killed on the island by him. Yonglani's daughter Yongyuer was very beautiful, but her heart was full of venom and killed more than Yongwuzi. Yongwuzi would at least find a reasonable excuse to kill, but Yongyuer killed completely as she pleased. Yonglani didn't restrict his children at all, but instead spoil them. His son was killed at the Chu 18 discs, but he couldn't get revenge for him, and countless cultivators were harmed due to this. Hundreds and thousands of female cultivators were assaulted just so Yonglani could have another child. The Tong Lin Island was full of mourns. Everyone guessed that continuing like this Tong High Cult would be the first to be annihilated, but instead, it made the other 2 powers become a part of it. A powerful wind chariot stood above the air, tens of thousands of miles from Tong Ling Island. A low-grade cultivation artifact flying ship was stopped by this chariot. Yi Mo slowed down, and when the girl on the chariot SWA, Yi Mo's flying ship, she immediately yelled, "Stop that flying ship!" The disaster transformation state cultivator on the chariot was planning to move anyways, but soon he stopped. He saw that the flying ship didn't run, and instead moved closer. "Miss, this person is gifting his ship over." That disaster transformation state level 3 sucked up to the girl and said. The young girl saw who was on the ship and dazed for a moment. Then she screamed, "It's him! He's Emo! He killed my brother! Stop him quickly! I'm going to drink his blood and slice off his flesh to feed the dogs." It was of course Emo who came, and he saw Yong Yuer from very far. A few years has passed, and she grew even more bustier. Her skin was so silky smooth, and her wavy hair was like a beautiful young girl of fairy tales. But Emo knew this was a wretched woman. The last time he saw her, she had 2 cauldron-filling state cultivators. This time, it was a disaster transformation state cultivator. Yong Lanyi was probably scared of something happening to his daughter, so he sent more power to protect her. Emo. Yong Yuer was also condescending, and now, seeing Emo waltz over, she was furious even though she knew Emo was about to be caught. Emo stopped and smiled. "Are you about to ask why I dare to come over?" "I purposely came over. Last time I told your father I would be back to visit him. See, I'm so credible. I came back so quickly. I thought I would have to break the turtle shell of Tong Lin Island first, but I encountered you instead." Then Emo sighed and scanned her body a few times. "Last time, I looked at you once, and you were going to kill me. This time, do you think I should rape and kill first, or kill then rape?" Maybe not. You're a female, but you're half beast. You really can't get me aroused." Last time, Emo just glanced at her a little, and she went crazy trying to kill him. But this time, he said such words, and I raped her. Yong Yuer's lips were purple with fury as she couldn't resist spitting blood. Since when was she angered like this? Who dared to say such things in front of her? "I'm going to skin him alive," Yong Yuer finally said. But the 2 disaster transformation state cultivators next to her watched Emo vigilantly. Emo didn't release his power, but acting so cockily in front of them too, clearly he was no ordinary person. Plus, the flying ship below Emo's feet was extreme grade cultivation artifact flying ship. All those who owned such flying magic artifact were all-powerful beings. What are you guys afraid of? A few years ago, this guy was only body condensation state. What can he be now? Kill him? Yong Yuer said unhappily. The man and woman stopped on the flying ship by Yong Yuer dazed. They ran out from the Tongling Island and knew that Yong Yuer was a demon, and yet this young cultivator dared to say such words to this demon. Did he not know that sometimes there were things worse than death? Okay, miss. The disaster transformation state level 5 felt he was thinking too much. Emo was standing cockily here, but who knows if he was acting? Plus, he was this young. What state can he reach? At most cauldron-filling state? Realizing this, the disaster transformation state level 5 immediately released a net-shaped magic artifact and flew out of the chariot attacking Emo. Yong Yuer's face calmed a little seeing her servant attack. There was cruelty and contempt on her face. She was going to let Emo realize that sometimes death is a rather fortunate thing. Yong Yuer's face calmed a little seeing her servant attack. There was cruelty and contempt on her face. She was going to let Emo realize that sometimes death is a rather fortunate thing. Imagining Emo's pitiful fate, Yong Yuer licked her lips with her vibrant red tongue. Even the 2 cultivators whom she stopped saw this and exclaimed she was a natural seductive beauty. Pity she had such a venomous heart. The disaster transformation state cultivator saw his net loom over Emo without resistance and breathed easy. It seemed he was too careful before. So what if he had extreme grade cultivation artifact, flying ship? He was this young. Before he could recover his senses, he saw a huge cultivation essence giant hand appear in the air. He was completely dazed. Truth realization state, cultivator. The disaster transformation state level 5 said this in shock. He then felt that he and his net was caught by the cultivation essence giant hand and couldn't move at all. Splurge, blood splashed everywhere. And Yi Mo didn't even want his storage ring. The disaster transformation state level 5 was crushed into nothing along with his magic artifact, truth realization state, cultivator. The other disaster transformation state level 3 on the chariot murmured. He reacted, and the first thing he did was charge out of the chariot. At the same time, he activated a rune, disregarding Yong Yuer's life. How could Yi Mo let him activate the transmission rune? He threw over a lightning sword, and this disaster transformation state level 3 was pulverized without even making a sound. Truth realization state. Your truth realization state. Yong Yuer reacted and looked at Yi Mo with worry while murmuring, how is this possible? You were just a body condensation state before. After a long while, she remembered to take out a rune and shakily activated yet. Yi Mo didn't stop it because he knew she was notifying Yong Lanyi. He came to kill Yong Lanyi. It would be best if he could kill him here. Qian Bei, Wan Bei also ran out from Tongling Island. Yong Lanyi is a demon. That male cultivator quickly saluted with his fists and said, the man and women were both cauldron-filling state primary stage, and were perhaps a couple. So before the male finished, he waved his hand. Go first. When Yong Lanyi is here, you guys might get caught in the crossfire. Yes, thank you, Qian Bei. The two cultivator bowed and quickly flew away. Big brother, I know I'm wrong. Seeing that her father didn't come in time, Yong Yuer was worried and quickly apologized. She was afraid Yi Mo would kill her immediately. Yi Mo sneered, you don't need to act pitiful. I know what sort of person you are. Don't worry, before Yong Lanyi is here, I won't kill you. Yi Mo was planning to wait for Yong Lanyi to come and kill Yong Yuer in front of him. Brother Yi, I can be your woman. Look, you can look all you want. Then Yong Yuer took off her dress, showing her pink inner clothes. As long as she could stay alive, she was willing to strip naked. He must admit Yong Yuer's body was busted to an extreme. If this woman had anything good about her, he really wasn't willing to kill her. This was an appreciation for beauty. But for Yong Yuer, Yi Mo was certain on killing her. She so casually said she was going to burn his soul. If he didn't escape from the Chu 18 discs, he would have been dead already. Yong Yuer only took off her jacket, but even if she striped herself naked, it wasn't going to stop Yi Mo from killing her. Yong Yuer was evil, but she knew her attractiveness. But seeing Yi Mo only sneer, she was worried. If her father didn't come, and Yi Mo wasn't interested in her, she would be dead. She sent a news, and Yi Mo didn't even stop it. Yong Yuer knew that Yi Mo might not even be scared of her father. Just when Yong Yuer was about to take off her inner clothes, a dashing light came not far from Yi Mo and Yong Yuer. Yuer, what happened to you? Yong Lanyi saw Yong Yuer, who already took off her jacket, and was about to take off her inner clothes, and called out in shock. Father! Yong Yuer cried out, Yi Mo wants to rape me. Father, save me. Yi Mo, if I don't let you regret why you're still alive, I will die to divine damnation. Yong Lanyi said, a cultivator swearing he would die to divine damnation was the cruelest oath he could make. One could see how much hate Yong Yuer had for Yi Mo. Yi Mo said calmly, Yong Lanyi, when I left I said, I would be back to see you. Outside the Chu 18 discs, you said in front of the other two powers to me, I'm going to kill you. What are you going to do? Yong Lanyi laughed. Even now, I'm going to kill you. What are you going to do? Yi Mo laughed. Then I will kill your daughter first, and then kill you. What are you going to do? How dare you? Yong Lanyi took a step before Yi Mo did anything, but his face changed immediately. Soon, his face was shook as his step didn't bring him to his daughter, but only one small step. Domain Yonglani called out in shock, truth realization state cultivator with great completion domain. He immediately realized now wasn't the time to think about it. Saving his daughter was more important. Killing his daughter for a truth realization state was in the matter of waving of hand. Yonglani's cultivation essence burst out and broke free of Mo's domain quickly. But at this moment, a black lightning arc flashed across his eyes. Yongyuer tried to move the chariot closer to her father when Mo was talking, but then she realized her chariot was moving slow like a snail. Then, a black lightning sword struck down. No, Yonglani could only say this before her perfect body was turned to dust. A dark figure flew out from the dust. Seeing this, Mo knew it was her essence spirit. The reason her essence spirit could escape was because she had an extremely precious essence protection rune. Mo waved another lightning sword over. Seeing Mo not even willing to let his daughter's essence spirit go, Yonglani's eyes were about to crack open. He was very cruel, but he loved his daughter a great deal. After breaking free of Mo's domain, he blocked in front of that black lightning sword without hesitation. He didn't have time to use defense magic artifact, and thus there was no other way but blocking it with his body. Rumble. The lightning sword instantly tore off one of his arm. Yonglani spat blood and flew out a few hundred meters. Due to this, Yongyuer's essence spirit flew out a few kilometers. Mo, I'm going to eat you alive. Yonglani roared and released a purple magic artifact. At this moment, a pink dashing light came. It grabbed Yongyuer's flying essence spirit and said, it's the essence spirit of a little girl. Yonglani quickly said to this cultivator, friend, that's my daughter's essence spirit. Thanks for helping. Yonglani quickly said to this cultivator, friend, that's my daughter's essence spirit. Thanks for helping. If it was some ordinary cultivator, Yonglani would have annihilated her and taken back his daughter's essence spirit, but this skinny pink dressed lady gave him a very powerful feeling. He even thought of someone in the Heartless Sea, but he wasn't sure. Mo's eyes narrowed. It was a truth realization state peak stage here. Since when were there so many truth realization state cultivators in the Heartless Sea? Mo's eyes narrowed. Not because she was truth realization state peak stage, but at the speed with which she came over and the means with which she took Yongyuer's essence spirit. He was certain that even if she was weaker than Suwa Anshan, it wouldn't be by much. She could even compare with Shir-Taa. Before he reached God state, if he fought full-powered Suwa Anshan, he would die. But now that he was God state, even if he couldn't beat Suwa Anshan, he could survive. Yet, this woman gave him a feeling of being on par with Suwa Anshan. The woman didn't give the essence spirit to Yonglani, and instead asked after staring at Yonglani's arm for a long time, what happened to your arm? Yonglani was confused. Why? She asked him about his arm immediately. He had never seen this female cultivator, and didn't believe why she would even care about him. But his daughter's essence spirit was still in her hands, so he could only reply, my daughter was killed by this person, and I lost my arm due to saving my daughter. Was it by lightning? The female cultivator asked coldly again. Yes, Yonglani replied. The female cultivator took the essence spirit and ignored Yonglani. Then she looked coldly at Mo. Very well. I've searched for a few days. And so it was you? Where are you going to run today? Mo frowned. He was confused. What did he do? This was his first time seeing this woman. The red-robed woman released her black handkerchief, and instantly it turned into a large black cloud looming over Mo. Mo sneered. This woman was so unreasonable. He didn't want to mess with her, but she just came up and attacked immediately. Did she think he was scared or something? Mo released Sisu, but before he could hack it out, he felt his body slow down. Mo immediately knew he was enveloped in her domain, and he was shook. Her domain was on par with his. A perfect domain. There was such a person in the Heartless Sea. Just with this domain, she was at least on par with Suwa and Shan. There were indeed powerful people everywhere. In the blink of an eye, the dark cloud was above Yi Mo's head. Yi Mo sneered and raised his force while expanding his domain. Although he couldn't break her domain in time, she was underestimating him to think that she could bind him with her domain. Yi Mo instantly broke free from her domain when he expanded out his domain. At the same time, he used Illusion Cloud Domain Shatter Strike. Peng Island's Yuzhishan. Yong Lanyi suddenly blurted out. Yuzhishan was planning to go to Zhu In Island first, but she was lucky as she met a beast cultivator on the way. From him, she learned that Yi Mo's flying ship was headed towards South Peace State. Immediately, she changed direction, and she really caught up to Yi Mo Thud Zisu, and the black cloud clashed, creating a heavenly shocking explosion. The black cloud didn't even shake, but Zisu splashed purple rays everywhere, as though about to be crippled. Yuzhishan's face changed. This was the first time she saw someone that wasn't controlled by her domain and hacked open her domain with one strike. Although her handkerchief wasn't crippled, it was different than before. Now that her domain was broken, her handkerchief only looked powerful but didn't pose any threat to Yi Mo. No wonder you could kill my son at Lost Soul Ruins. You indeed have some power. Yuzhishan didn't try to use the black cloud to sweep Yi Mo away. She knew it was very hard to capture Yi Mo alive. Hearing this, Yi Mo immediately realized this female cultivator really had enmity with him. One of the 2 disaster transformation state cultivators he killed was her son. Clearly, that sharp-mouthed disaster transformation state cultivator was her son. But she really overestimated her son. Even the most ordinary truth realization state cultivator could easily kill her son. Yuzhishan immediately released her handkerchief again. But this time it wasn't a black cloud. It turned into densely cluttered black blades that tore through space, completely surrounding a radius of 10 kilometers. However, Yi Mo knew that these blades also had countless hidden sword rays mixed among them. This place has become a domain of death. Even if a truth realization state level 9 was caught inside, he would be dead for certain. Yi Mo believed he was an exception as he was God's state body refinement. At most, it would injure his body a little. But Yi Mo didn't want to take it head on. Other people couldn't escape from this, but it didn't mean he couldn't. Just when the countless blades were about to enclose in on Yi Mo's octagonal cauldron was already released as he expanded his domain. Seeing this, Yuzhishan sneered. No matter who it was, he wouldn't be able to stop the evisceration of her blades. If it was so easily stopped, her Peng Island wouldn't be so daunting in the heartless sea. Crack, crack, there was the clash of domains. Yi Mo couldn't completely tear apart all the domain, but the domain around his body was shattered and couldn't bind him anymore. Yuzhishan grunted and was shook. Yi Mo broke free of her domain to regain freedom, and she didn't mind before, but now that Yi Mo broke free of her domain again, she was very clear now that this young truth realization state cultivator's domain was on par with hers. Rumble, rumble, the countless blades struck the octagonal cauldron, and Yi Mo felt his octagonal cauldron rattle. At the same time, he felt a little dizzy. He could sense the killing intent seep through the octagonal cauldron and hit him. Yi Mo was certain that if he wasn't God's state, the killing intent that seeped through would seriously injure his spirit sense. Before Yi Mo could recover, there was another wave of rumbling. The blade seemed endless and struck the octagonal cauldron again and again. Yi Mo knew that he couldn't stay on the defensive forever. Thus, without hesitation, Yi Mo hacked out with Zisu. Yuzhishan was shocked at Yi Mo's tenacity, being able to last so long under her attacks. But then she immediately saw a long purple ray hack out from under the octagonal cauldron. It was extremely fast and instantly clashed with the black handkerchief. Yuzhishan didn't expect Yi Mo to be able to retaliate and was hacked flying away, spitting blood midair. Yi Mo didn't feel that great either. His cultivation essence rustled in his body and almost caused a backlash. In order to spit blood, Yi Mo flew back willingly to calm his cultivation essence. Yi Mo didn't feel that great either. His cultivation essence rustled in his body and almost caused a backlash. In order to spit blood, Yi Mo flew back willingly to calm his cultivation essence. A few hundred meters away, Yi Mo stopped and was shocked at Yu Zizhen's power. He was right. This woman was a little weaker than Suo Anshan, but if Shirtaa didn't use formation or his puppets, she was on par with him. But since it was battle, all factors need to be considered, so compared to Shirtaa, she was a little weaker. If Yi Mo wasn't God's state-body refinement, he would have been heavily injured in that clash. The black cloth magic artifact's blades were extremely powerful. It could even break through the defenses of the octagonal cauldron. This was unheard of. But to Yi Mo, this wasn't bad. It allowed him to understand the octagonal cauldron more. It wasn't that octagonal cauldron couldn't stop the killing intent rays, but that he didn't completely spirit control it. He only spirit controlled 3 levels of restrictions before, and afterwards his power increased, so he didn't spirit control more. Now, he decided that when he got back, he would spirit control as many levels of restrictions as he could. Of course, another thing was his Zisu. It was very powerful, but Yi Mo knew it was only a fetus, and he still hadn't added in any materials up until now. It wasn't that Yi Mo didn't want to add any, but before he didn't have top-grade materials. Second, he wasn't a forgery grandmaster. But now, he fulfilled all those requirements. When Yi Mo sliced off his arm with one lightning sword, Yonglani thought that even if he could kill Yi Mo, he would have to pay a heavy price, but Yi Mo's power was much higher than he expected. He was certain Yi Mo must have had absurd fortune during these few years. Seeing Yi Mo fight with Yu Zizhen, Yonglani was very happy because he knew that if Yu Zizhen attacked, Yi Mo would be dead for sure. He knew Yu Zizhen's power all too well. He hadn't seen Yu Zizhen, but he had heard of her stories. This woman's brain was simple, and she had a screw loose. She never thought much, but because of this, she cultivated very smoothly. She didn't even have bottlenecks of heart demons. She was the youngest truth realization state cultivator in the Heartless Sea. Theoretically, someone like her shouldn't have a son, but once she saw a male and female cultivator dual cultivating. This triggered her primal desires, and she killed that female cultivator without hesitation and asked the male cultivator to do the same thing to her. How could the male cultivator dare to reject facing Yu Zizhen's power? In the end, she was infatuated with that and didn't cultivate for 5 years. She didn't let the male cultivator cultivate either. All she did was play and go around, and at night she would get together with the male cultivator. 5 years later, she got tired of this and killed that male cultivator and went back to Peng Island. What she didn't expect was she got pregnant due to this. She also didn't expect that the male cultivator to come from a big origin. After the male cultivator's power confirmed Yu Zizhen killed that male cultivator, they sent 5 truth realization state cultivators wanting to take her away. But this time, Yu Zizhen exerted her dominance, killing 4 of them. The 5th ran away with essence spirit using a secret technique. From then, the name of Peng Island spread, and no one dared to mess with them. Yu Zizhen also became famous due to that battle, and many truth realization state cultivators went to challenge her, but they were all killed. As time went on, Yu Zizhen grew stronger and stronger. There were less and less cultivators who dared to challenge her. After experiencing all that, she gradually understood a little more and wasn't as dumb as before, but she still thought she was the strongest. When Yonglani saw Yu Zizhen fly back and spit blood, he took a cold breath in, although Yi Mo flew back too. Just how powerful was a cultivator who could beat blood out of Yu Zizhen? Yonglani just realized that if Yu Zizhen didn't appear, he would be dead now. Yi Mo was powerful to this extent. Yu Zizhen wiped the blood from her mouth and said coldly, "Very well, In these few hundred years, you're the first to make me spit blood, and the first to survive my black handkerchief evisceration. I underestimated you, but you killed my son. Even if I have to chase to the underworld, I will burn your soul." Yimo's face didn't change at all. He knew she was powerful. If he wasn't at God's state body refinement yet, he could only run. But now, even if he couldn't beat her, he wasn't afraid of her. He didn't need to run at all. To Yonglani's shock, he saw Yu Zizhen suddenly stare at him. "Does this person have feud with you?" Yonglani quickly said, "Yes, big sister Yu. He killed my son and daughter. He's indeed a wretched bastard, killing people's children." Yu Zizhen sneered. "I must kill this person. You can help too. Although you're feeble, you can still offer some effort." "Yes, big sister Yu," Yonglani answered gloomily. He was the #1 master of the 3 Cs, but in her eyes, he was feeble. But Yonglani knew that compared to Yu Zizhen, he was indeed feeble. Seeing the two join up, Yimo called out shadowless. He might not even be able to beat Yu Zizhen, but now, with Yonglani as well, he couldn't take them lightly. Yonglani might be the straw that broke the camel's back. Yu Zizhen seemed to know Yonglani would definitely agree, and released her black handkerchief again. There was a rumbling louder than thunder as the black handkerchief was released. In that moment, it turned into a huge peak a few kilometers tall and a few kilometers wide, smashing down at Yimo. However, this peak was made of sharp blade rays. When this peak smashed down, it created howling sounds in the air. Space itself seemed to be twisted and squeezed, as though void fissures would appear at any time. In the blink of an eye, it had reached Yimo. Yimo was shook. This was a domain formed by magic artifact. This magic artifact was no simple thing. It seemed to be able to do anything. It transformed into black cloud blades and now a huge mountain. Yimo hacked out with illusion cloud domain shatter strike before the mountain could land. Countless purple rays flashed, and the domain binding of the peak was crippled under the strike. At the same time, Yimo expanded out his domain and used his octagonal cauldron. Yu Zizhen seemed to have expected this, but the peak instead fell down with greater speed. She looked at Yimo like he was a goat ready to be killed. Seeing this, Yimo was furious, and Zisu turned into a huge beam, casting illusion cloud Hua Mountain Strike. This was the first time he used Hua Mountain Strike to attack a magic artifact. He had only used the strike to kill people before. Rumble Zisu hacked on the mountain, and the purple rays splashed away like flower petals, but the black mountain didn't move at all. At most, it just slowed down a little. Hua Mountain Strike had no return. Yimo's strike didn't do anything to the mountain, and thus he was hit by the backlash and spat blood instantly. Yu Zizhen sneered, and her cultivation essence burst down more crazily. The peak just stopped for a moment before pressing down at Yimo again. The space was constricting even more, allowing Yimo nowhere to escape. Yimo spat a mouthful of blood, but his eyes didn't change at all. He hacked out with Zisu again, and the purple ray sliced across the huge black peak again. There was scorn in Yu Zizhen's eyes. She felt she overestimated Yimo. He used the same move twice. This was indeed Hua Mountain Strike again. Yimo was helpless. If he wanted to break the mountain, he could only use Hua Mountain Strike, even if it meant facing the backlash. He didn't create his Illusion Cloud 8 strike yet. When he fought with Koen was much more powerful than Yu Zizhen, and he used one strike to break the tough Koen skin and got its blood, reaching God's state in the void fissure. Other people didn't dare to do this, but he did. An advantage he had over Yu Zizhen was his understanding of state. Due to this, Yimo could attack precisely at the weak point many times in a row, and also find the weak spot. If Yimo wanted to run, he could find the weak spot of the mountain at any time, and then break it. But now that he found the weak spot, he felt unsatisfied if he didn't expand that weak spot. The second strike hit the Black Mountain, and only shook the mountain a little. Yimo spat a second mouthful of blood. Seeing Yi Mo keep spitting blood, and unable to break free, Yonglani snarled and released his purple wind axe. It howled while forming vortex axe blades, swooping at Yi Mo. Now, Yi Mo's Zi-Su struck the Black Mountain for the third time. Yi Mo flew back using the backlash towards the wind axe shadows. Seeing Yi Mo use the same move 3 times in a row, the contempt in Yu Zixin's eyes were even greater, but when Zi-Su clashed with the peak for the third time, Yu Zixin's face changed greatly. At that moment, she almost took it back. Her magic artifact came from the ancient times and was definitely beyond an extreme grade cultivation artifact. It had countless offensive means and could transform into many things. The reason she could dominate the Heartless Sea was greatly due to this too. Now, she felt her magic artifact was damaged. How could she remain calm? She resisted the urge to take back her magic artifact. She saw Yi Mo fly back. Clearly, as long as she could bind Yi Mo for a second, Yonglani would be able to ambush Yi Mo, and she could give Yi Mo the lethal blow. Realizing this, Yu Zixin burned a mouth of essence blood, making the mountain fall down with greater power. This power even rattled space itself. Now, Yu Zixin felt very threatened by Yi Mo. In 3 simple strikes, he could damage her magic artifact and force her to burn essence blood to make up for her magic artifact. Even if Yi Mo didn't kill her son, she was going to kill him now. She wouldn't allow someone who could threaten her to exist. Yi Mo sneered. He paid the price of spitting blood 3 times to damage this magic artifact. It was too powerful and a huge threat. From the start of the fight till now, it seemed that Yu Zixin had the upper hand. Her magic artifact was pressing down on him. But for Yi Mo, he saw the weak spot of the magic artifact, and thus tried his best to damage it. He must destroy the magic artifact before she could take the weak spot seriously. Yi Mo was certain that the black magic artifact was something substantial, and if he broke it, it would be impossible for Yu Zixin to fix unless she found someone like Lu Wuhu. When Yi Mo was shocked by the mountain, he felt assured instead. Even if he couldn't kill her today, the next time he met her, he would have the upper hand. There was a cracking sound before, meaning her magic artifact was damaged. She wouldn't be able to repair it. Meanwhile, his power was improving constantly. The next time, he would have the upper hand for sure. Yonglani didn't know this, and seeing Yi Mo fly towards his attack, he was overjoyed. He used even more cultivation essence, wanting to kill Yi Mo in one blow. Yi Mo's octagonal cauldron was blocking the huge mountain. It wouldn't be able to stop his vortex axe blades. Rumble, even though the magic artifact was damaged, it still smashed rapidly at Yi Mo, clashing with his octagonal cauldron instantly. Yi Mo was sent flying towards the vortex axe blades even faster. Clearly, Yi Mo couldn't control the direction of his flight at all now. Seeing Yi Mo charged into this vortex axe blades, Yonglani almost cried out of excitement. He didn't really expect himself to succeed. Even Yu Zixin nodded at Yonglani in approval. This attack was perfect, heavily injuring Yi Mo. As long as Yi Mo was heavily injured, she would be able to take him away with the black handkerchief. Asterisk thud thud thud. Asterisk all of the axe blades hit Yi Mo. Even his magic artifact itself hit Yi Mo. But Yonglani was dazed. He felt something wasn't right. Even though Yi Mo was heavily injured, he shouldn't be able to move at all. He felt Yi Mo was not moving slower, but instead coming over more rapidly. Not good. Yi Mo had top-grade armor. Instantly, Yonglani realized this, and in his worry he tried to retreat. But then he found he didn't need to worry, as Yi Mo didn't come towards him. Almost instantly, Yi Mo was out of the range of the mountain. Yonglani breathed easy, and without hesitation was about to release his wind axe again. It was good even if he could just stall Yi Mo for half a second. When Yu Zixin reacted, Yi Mo would have nowhere to run. Yu Zizhen had reacted and her magic artifact turned into a black blade, smashing towards Yi Mo. She definitely couldn't let Yi Mo escape. When Yonglani wanted to release his axe, his face changed. He was ambushed, his meridians ached like crazy. He just realized that while all his attention was focused on Yi Mo, only now did he realize something had ambushed him. Yonglani couldn't care about Yi Mo now. He gathered his cultivation essence, wanting to force out the thing devouring his meridians. Rumble, how could Yi Mo let Yonglani do that? He stayed here to kill Yonglani. As for Yu Zizhen, he couldn't kill her yet. Tens of black lightning swords fell down. Yonglani just realized that Yi Mo was a lightning element cultivator and had very powerful lightning attacks. Just when Yonglani wanted to release his defense magic artifact, he found he couldn't, and remembered his oath before. He didn't expect it to occur so quickly. The lightning swords landed, and they all struck his body, turning him into a blackened, charred corpse instantly. Then his storage ring was taken by Yi Mo. With a thud, the black blade struck Yi Mo's octagonal cauldron again. Yi Mo grunted and retreated a few kilometers before stabilizing himself. But Yi Mo didn't run. He took out a pill and ate it. After that battle, he had some light injuries. He wasn't confident in killing Yu Zizhen, but if Yu Zizhen dared to keep fighting, he wasn't scared. He wasn't confident in killing Yu Zizhen, but if Yu Zizhen dared to keep fighting, he wasn't scared. Yu Zizhen took her handkerchief back in her hands with a pale face. She waved her hand, and a gray figure appeared next to her. When he saw it was a level 11 dragon, Yi Mo's eyes spasmed. He didn't expect her to have such spirit beasts. Yu Zizhen looked coldly at Yi Mo, forcing me to wake up my dragon. If I don't kill you today, how can I be satisfied? She didn't care about Yonglani being killed. She cared about Yi Mo killing her son, and then killing Yonglani right in front of her, as though she was nothing. It was already very tough for him to fight a level 11 dragon alone. Yi Mo was planning to fight with her for a while longer, but after seeing the dragon, he gave up the thought immediately. He said to her, "This will be it for today. I will definitely go pay your Peng Island a visit." Seeing Yi Mo release his flying ship and disappear in front of her, Yu Zizhen looked at the drowsy dragon and resisted the urge to chase Yi Mo. The dragon had just awakened and didn't have enough power. Meanwhile, the Yi Mo was very eerie. Not only could he find the weakness in her domain and leave easily, he also had that terrifying lightning sword. Yu Zizhen took out her most precious magic artifact. There was a faint mark on it, making her heart ache. She was certain that Yi Mo's kitchen knife was no ordinary thing, or it wouldn't be able to hurt her magic artifact. With the damage to her magic artifact, her battle power dropped a level. If it was against some other cultivator, she wouldn't care. But Yi Mo wasn't an ordinary cultivator. She was very talented and had fought countless opponents up until now, but never once was there someone whom she didn't dare to chase. Yi Mo didn't run away fast, as he didn't feel much threat from the dragon. Indeed, after he left for a while, Yu Zizhen left in the opposite direction. He immediately knew there was a problem with her dragon. Otherwise, she wouldn't let him go. This was the most powerful woman he had seen. When he went to West Extreme State and saw the Snow Forest Pond's Quan Luan, she killed Yin Su just when he was about to kill him. She was no simple character. Even he didn't notice her stealth. However, if the two met, Yi Mo was certain that Quan Luan would be killed by Yu Zizhen, even if she used all her means. Soon, Yi Mo cast these thoughts aside. Even if her dragon woke up to full power, he wouldn't be staying at the same level either. As long as he reached Truth Realization State Level 4, which was Truth Realization State Middle Stage, he wouldn't fear Yu Zizhen at all, even if it was Suwa Anshan. So what? Much less Yu Zizhen. Mo High City, it was a very prosperous city. Most of the cultivators here were searching for cultivation resources in the nearby Heartless Sea region. This was the second time he came here. The first time, he was only Golden Core State and was very careful. Even though he was almost taken by the Lightning Cloud sect, there was a huge change to his mindset. He didn't dare to say he was invincible on Luo Yu continent, but there were very few things that could threaten him. He didn't believe he was the strongest. There were many masters in the cultivation realm, but they just didn't want to come out and fight. That Yu Zetian, for example, if Yi Mo never encountered her, he would never imagine there was such a terrifying being in the Heartless Sea. He didn't come here to reminisce, but to take the teleportation formation. It was good even if it just meant saving a day. He was planning to take the teleportation formation to South Peace City, and then fly to MOU City. Yi Mo's spirit sense immediately scanned to the teleportation formation, and just when he wanted to go over, a familiar figure appeared in his spirit sense. He hadn't seen this person for nearly 20 years, but he immediately recognized this person. Yi Mo became excited. It really was Su Yuehua. She still looked like she was middle-aged, but her spirit was very fatigued. Her eyes were aged and lost. Her power was Foundation Establishment State Peak Stage, and was just one step away from Golden Core State. Yi Mo felt sour in his heart. A cultivator from Earth surviving in this place with the law of jungle reaching Foundation Establishment State Peak Stage. Just how hard must it have been? She walked into a pill shop. Yi Mo saw it was the pill shop he had been to, Real Pill Shop. The owner of this place was Feng honest, but Yi Mo knew this guy wasn't honest at all. He was one of the Bay 3 demons. He closed the shop for a while. Why did he open it up again? Su Yuehua disappeared in the shop, and Yi Mo's spirit sense was stopped outside the shop. Yi Mo didn't use spirit sense blade this time, and just took a step in. Instantly, he walked in. As soon as he walked in, he heard a slap. A figure flew towards the door. Yi Mo held Su Yuehua, who was slapped in her face. The joy had turned to fury on his face. Huh? Su Yuehua immediately said in worry, "Sorry, Qianbei, I didn't mean to." But then, she suddenly stopped talking. Her eyes looked at Yi Mo in disbelief. "Sister Yuehua, don't worry, it's me." Yi Mo looked at the palm print on her face and the anxiety in her eyes, and felt pity for her. She was once the city lord of Luo Yu City, but now she was like a frightened bird. "It's you're Yi Mo. It really is you, Yi Mo." Su Yuehua repeated in disbelief. Yi Mo nodded affirmatively. "Yes, it's me, Yi Mo." Even though she was much older than Yi Mo, she couldn't help crying in Yi Mo's arms as though trying to vent all the hardships and mistreatment she had been through. Yi Mo sighed. Su Yuehua was a dominant woman, and he knew that clearly, yet she was tortured to this state on Luo Yu continent. Yi Mo looked inside. Other than Feng Honest still sitting down looking at a Luo Huang 3 leaf herb, there were 3 more cultivators, 2 men and 1 woman. They were all Golden Core State. Feng Honest hid his power to Nascent Soul State. "Sister Yuehua, who hit you?" Yi Mo scanned the 3 Golden Core State and asked. Su Yuehua calmed down. There was a little hope in her eyes. She quickly said, "Yi Mo, I'm fine. Let's quickly leave. I need to talk to you." She knew Yi Mo's character too well. He was decisive and tough, and never wanted to lose out. If someone did something to him, he would definitely pay them back. But if she told Yi Mo who hit her, there would be conflict, and Yi Mo would be in trouble. She knew Yi Mo's character too well. He was decisive and tough, and never wanted to lose out. If someone did something to him, he would definitely pay them back. But if she told Yi Mo who hit her, there would be conflict, and Yi Mo would be in trouble. She had been in the South Peace State cultivation realm for more than a day or 2. She knew the huge difference between cultivators and ancient martial artists. Yi Mo was very powerful on Earth, but no matter how powerful he was, could he fight against cultivators? Any Golden Core State or Nascent Soul State could easily kill her. And Yi Mo, all these years, If she didn't take everything quietly, she would have been long dead. The pill shop was very quiet. The three golden core state couldn't see through Yimo's power and thus didn't make a sound. Honest Feng didn't move as he had recognized Yimo. He was only a mere golden core state. Even if he broke through, he was at most nascent soul state. Yimo patted her hand and said, "Sister Yuehua, don't worry." Then Yimo stared coldly at the three and asked who did it. Before the three could reply, another person laughed and walked into the pill shop. It was a hollow spirit state level 9 cultivator. He was tall and had a beard. Honest Feng, your business is doing quite well today. Why are there so many insects asking you for pill concoction?" This cultivator said, casually. Then he threw out a jade box and said, "Honest Feng, I've brought it. Give the pill to me." "Hee. How can I, trick you?" Honest Feng nodded and opened the box. He seemed casual, but Yimo saw Honest Feng's hands were shaking. Essence condensation fruit. Su Yuehua called out in shock. It was a level 7 spirit fruit used to concoct break spirit pills. Then she covered her mouth and her face went pale. She knew she acted out of line just then. Yimo smiled. "Not bad. You recognized it." Yimo knew why Honest Feng's hands were shaking. He was a hollow spirit state level 9 cultivator. The break spirit pill would allow him to reach body condensation state. Su Yuehua said with a pale face, "I've learned pill concoction before, so I know all these spirit herbs." Yimo already knew what she meant. When she first came here, she must have realized that the cultivation resources she earned with her life weren't enough to buy pills, so she wanted to concoct them herself. Many cultivators had such thoughts, but most of them were solo cultivators. Those cultivators with sex wouldn't waste time on this. The cost of becoming a high-level pill master was hundreds of times more expensive than buying pills. "That's right, and it seems quite mature," Honest Feng said shakily. "Honest Feng, I've brought the spirit fruit. Where is your break spirit pill?" You rushed, clearly unhappy with Honest Feng being so slow. Yimo shook his head. If Honest Feng had the break spirit pill, he wouldn't be so excited seeing the essence condensation fruit. Yimo was certain that Honest Feng didn't have a break spirit pill. "Okay, I'll let my martial brother send it over immediately." Honest Feng sent out a message. You frowned. He didn't expect the pill wasn't here. He wasn't an idiot. Break spirit pill was more precious than any pill for hollow spirit state cultivators. The reason he came here was because he heard the news that Honest Feng had a pill left behind his master. He even came to ask him, and Honest Feng unwillingly confirmed the news. But he wasn't selling it, and would only accept essence condensation fruit for trade. You didn't think Honest Feng, a nascent soul state cultivator, would dare to trick him. He was hollow spirit state level 9. You said, "Give me the essence condensation fruit first. We can trade after the pill is here." Honest Feng laughed. "No rush. The pill is about to be here. Why don't you have some patience?" You realized things were wrong, and his face went cold as he grabbed at Honest Feng. Honest Feng sneered, and a dark ray shot out, clashing with Yu's hand. Yu grunted and smashed heavily into the wall. His hand was bloodied. However, this pill shop was very sturdy. There were a few formations here. "You're a hollow spirit state cultivator too." You finally realized Honest Feng was a hollow spirit state cultivator, and a little stronger than him. Honest Feng laughed but didn't talk. At this moment, a fat cultivator came in, a hollow spirit state peak stage. This cultivator didn't hide his power. You could tell things weren't going to settle easily today. The cultivator saw Honest Feng and laughed. "Third brother, you live a much better life than us. We don't even get to see the living day." Honest Feng laughed. "Second brother, you can come out now. Those cocky bastards already think we're dead. After all these years, who would think we're still alive?" That fat cultivator nodded. "If it wasn't for you, I would almost have been killed by those bastards from Infinity Sect. Which bastard brought that trouble to us, brothers? The two chatted as though all the other cultivators were nothing. Yemo knew why these two were so cocky. There was a level 6 peak trap formation here. Once this was activated, even Honest Fong himself could deal with MOU. MOU was certain now he had been ambushed. Why are there a few insects here? The fat cultivator asked. Honest Fong laughed and waved his hand. The shop doors closed. A few unlucky insects. We'll kill them later. Qian Bei, Wan Bei is willing. A golden core state, level 3, quickly begged. Noisy. The fat cultivator frowned and palmed in that direction, turning that cultivator into bloody mist. Su Yuehua stopped shaking and sighed to Yi Mo. It's not lonely now that I die with someone I know. Yi Mo, do you know how I have been living? I still don't even believe it now that I think about it. Yi Mo asked casually, Don't believe what? I don't believe that I'm still alive. I really don't. There were so many times that I thought it would be dead for sure. Su Yuehua's tone grew shaky again. Yi Mo joked, If I didn't come today, you would have gone out before, but I stopped you from going out. No, I'm serious. I'm very satisfied I can die with someone I know. This place isn't for humans to stay. If possible, I would rather still be at Luoyu City. Su Yuehua shook her head. Yi Mo suddenly said, I actually just came from Luoyu City. Two insects who don't fear death, chatting like we don't exist. Ha! The fat cultivator laughed. Qian Bei is too right. That foundation establishment state female cultivator is good at acting, and thus I gave her a slap. Another golden core state level 2 said this and sucked up. Qian Bei is too right. That foundation establishment state female cultivator is good at acting, and thus I gave her a slap. Another golden core state level 2 said this and sucked up. But before he finished, the fat cultivator glared coldly at him, a mere golden core state insect. What do you think you are? How dare you try suck up to me? Then the fat cultivator slapped. The golden core state wanted to run, but he couldn't move due to the fat cultivator's cultivation essence. Splurge. The golden core state level 2 turned into bloody mist. Mou's eyes spasmed. This fat cultivator seemed stronger than even Honest Fong. He was probably dead with the two together. He also realized that there seemed to be a trap formation that was at least level 6 here. But even if he was going to be killed, he wasn't just going to wait for death. He released his magic artifact when the fat cultivator killed the second golden core state. The two didn't seem to see this. The fat cultivator stared at the CGS level 2 and said, Quite good looking. I can spare you for now. She was indeed good looking, at least much prettier and younger than Su Yuehua. Her body was busty and her skin was very white. She was shaking, and hearing this, she seemed to be clinging onto the rope to salvation. Qian Bei, Wan Bei will definitely make sure Qian Bei is satisfied. Then she quickly took off her clothes, showing everything. A curvaceous body was revealed to everyone, but the female cultivator didn't feel ashamed at all. She looked at the fat cultivator in terror, as though hoping he would say something to her. He was going to teach her lesson, thinking that she was on the side of the male cultivators who slapped Su Yuehua. But seeing this, he lost interest. The fat cultivator laughed. Not bad. You're very quick. Clearly you often do this. I don't mind if you're a broken shoe or not, as long as you satisfy me. Go to the side. I'll come pay you attention later. I'm going to kill these insects who looked at my woman's body. Then he looked at Yi Mo and said, Very pretty, isn't it? I'll go on the one next to you, too. I'll let you watch as well. Yi Mo smiled. I thought the Bei 3 demons were already dead, but now I see you here again. Suddenly, the fat cultivator's face froze, and even Honest Fong looked at Yi Mo in shock. Who are you? The fat cultivator reacted and took a few steps back. A wand appeared in his hand. Honest Fong also took out a metal bowl magic artifact. Yi Mo walked a few steps forward, as though not seeing the magic artifact. in the fat cultivator's hand. Seeing this, the fat cultivator took a few steps back, subconsciously, but then he thought he was a hollow spirit state peak stage cultivator. Why would he be scared of a young cultivator like Yemo? My friend already said my name. I'm Yemo. Are you deaf? I'm actually a pillmaster too. Yemo looked at Honest Fong sardonically. Yemo. Honest Fong subconsciously repeated, but before he said anything, the fat cultivator seemed to have remembered something and pointed at Yemo shakily. You're the Yemo who got first in the Pill King tournament. Honest Fong added. He hoped he guessed wrong. Yemo was a Pill King, but also someone cruel to the extreme. He killed the #1 prodigy of Lightning Cloud sect, Tian Alfeng, and #1 prodigy of Infinity sect, Yuan Guanan. He also killed a few Infinity sect Hollow Spirit State cultivators at Black Ice sect. Although he was Hollow Spirit State tertiary stage, any of those Infinity sect Hollow Spirit State cultivators could easily kill him. Yet Infinity sect didn't even dare to say anything about that. That Yemo even set up his own city, MOU City, and became a person no one dared to mess with in South P State. It's said he disappeared in the Heartless Sea. How did he appear again? When was he this unlucky to mess with someone like Yemo? But Yemo's words completely disappointed Honest Fong. Yemo smiled. You're right. I'm that Pill King Yi, Qianbei, Wanbei. The fat cultivator begged. He also heard that Yemo killed body condensation state cultivators. He and Honest Fong were only hollow spirit state. But soon he found he couldn't say anything anymore. Then he saw a huge cultivation essence giant hand loom over his head. Truth realization state cultivator. There was extreme despair in his eyes. He tried to scream, but he couldn't. He knew he was bound by the fabled domain of truth realization state cultivators. Half a minute ago, he splat golden core state into bloody mist. Now, he was crushed into nothing by a truth realization state cultivator. Things changed so fast, but sometimes this was reality. Honest Feng's little pill shop turned dead silent. Honest Fong even forgot to activate his trap formation. Mo was also dumbfounded. He thought Yemo was dead for sure, but things turned out in this comical fashion. There was a truth realization state cultivator in Honest Feng's pill shop. Then he thought, would this truth realization state kill him too? Sui Wehua reacted and looked at Yemo in extreme hoy. She didn't expect Yemo was truth realization state cultivator. If possible, no one wanted to die. She also hoped one day she could get back to Luoyu City. He is above everyone no matter where. Su Yuehua looked at Yemo and sighed. North Sand, hidden sex. Yemo was someone no one dared to mess with. Yet even in the cultivation realm filled with all sorts of masters, he still stood at the pinnacle. Qianbei. Honest Fong held a formation flag, but didn't dare to throw it out. He knew his level 6 trap formation was nothing to a truth realization state cultivator. Honest Fong, long time no see, but you're still not honest at all. Many years ago, I came to you for pill concoction. Your spirit sense was injured. You had fire god grass and ghost face mushroom while collecting 9-foot sea snake beast core. You hid your power to golden core state. And now you want to rob the essence condensation fruit of your customer. I believe your spirit sense injuries have healed. Yemo looked calmly at him. Tsunamis swept over his heart. He didn't expect that many years ago his actions were seen through by Yemo. He said shakily, Qianbei, you knew many years ago. Yemo looked at him in irony. What do you think? You already said I got first in Pill King tournament. You think I can't see what you're doing? Honest Fong was sweating cold. Many years ago, Yemo didn't kill him, but now Yemo might kill him, as he said he would kill Yemo. He hated that MOU more. He had to come at this time. If he didn't come, this wouldn't happen, and Yemo might not kill him. Qianbei. Honest Fong called out, thinking how he could save his life. Yi Mo suddenly said coldly, "You want me to spare you?" "Yes, yes, Qian Bei." Honest Feng nodded like a chicken eating. "You probably know Yu Baixing, right?" Yi Mo suddenly sneered. "You probably know Yu Baixing, right?" Yi Mo suddenly sneered. Honest Feng's heart shook. How could he not know? Yu Baixing was wounded by them and then disappeared. Yi Mo said again, "Yu Baixing is not that best person, but I got some benefits from him, so I'll help him get revenge." Honest Feng was shook and immediately wanted to release his magic artifact, but how could he even move in the truth realization state domain? He could only watch as Yimo's cultivation essence giant hand grabbed him, turning him into bloody mist. Mo, you woke up from his shock and quickly bowed to Yi. Mo, "Thank you, Yi Qianbei, for saving my life." Yi Mo nodded and took the essence condensation fruit, and then gave Mo, "You a pill. This fruit has no use for you. I'll give you a break spirit pill." Mo took the pill in extreme joy. He really didn't expect such comical turn of events. He actually got a break spirit pill from the #1 pill king of South Peace State. His body condensation state would be a level higher than everyone else's. "President, your already truth realization state power?" Su Yuehua asked in joy and disbelief. Yi Mo smiled and nodded, "Yes, Sister Yuehua. Even Honest Feng has heard of me. You probably heard of Mo City, right? Just call me Yi Mo. No one would understand President here." Su Yuehua's face sunk and shook her head. "I've been near Mo High City, so I've heard of Mo City, but it's said that's not a place ordinary cultivators can go to. Those who go in are either very powerful or very wealthy." Just when Yi Mo wanted to comfort her and tell her to go with him to Mo City to cultivate, he heard that naked cultivator say to Su Yuehua, "Sister Yuehua, I. She looked worriedly at Yi Mo, fearing Yi Mo would pulverize her too. Su Yuehua just reacted and quickly said, "Shui Hong, put your clothes on. Yi Mo won't kill you." Yi Mo didn't intend to kill her, but Su Yuehua quickly explained to Yi Mo for making the decision, "I've been surviving with her and the Wei brothers near the Mo High City. I was the weakest, and they all reached Golden Core state, but I was still in Foundation Establishment state, so I left the team. The big brother slapped me because he thinks I've spilled a place. They always go to gather materials, but I didn't know about it at all." Yi Mo nodded. Regardless, he would still turn into bloody mist. Su Yuehua's eyes dimmed down and said after a long while, "Yi Mo, are you going back to Mo City?" Yi Mo immediately nodded. "Yeah, we can go together." "Huh?" Su Yuehua exclaimed and said, "Yi Mo, you're saying I can go too? But I heard the entry requirement is very high. How can ordinary people go in?" Yi Mo smiled. "Of course you can, because the city is mine. I'm the one who built the city. Sister Yuehua, you wouldn't think I would leave you here, would you?" Su Yuehua called out in joy. "Yi Mo, I knew you wouldn't disappoint me. I really didn't expect you to be the city, Lord of Mo City." Yi Mo smiled. "When you go there, there's more surprise in store. Su, Qingshu, Jiangwen, Yiling, Yangzhou, Beiwei, and them are all there." Su Yuehua asked, "Is Wan Qing and Yimo there too?" Hearing this, Yimo's eyes dimmed. Su Yuehua immediately realized that Yi Mo hadn't found the two, and quickly said, "Don't worry, they should be fine. I was outside South Peace City. When I came, you can search later." Yi Mo thought Yimo was undoubtedly in North Far State, but Wan Qing might be in South Peace State. She came with Su Yuehua. "Mo, you suddenly," said Yi Qianbei, "I heard the current city, Lord of Mo City, is called Luolan. He made the rule that those who enter the city must reach nascent soul state, or he can't go in. There's no exceptions." Then Mo, you carefully looked at Su Yuehua. "Luolan? Who is he?" Yi Mo asked in confusion. He had never heard of this person and never gave out the city lord position. "Who dares to call himself city, Lord of Mo City?" Mo, you shook his head. "I don't know, but I heard he was voted by the elders of Mo City." The only place he didn't have authority over was Mo Lake. Yi Mo frowned. When he left, he gave Mo City over to Qingxue. Did she not have enough time for cultivation, so she gave it to someone else to manage? If so, she would never let this person be city lord, at most vice city lord. Seeing Yi Mo frown, Mo, you quickly said, Pil King Yi, I've been to Mo City once, but I didn't meet the requirements to stay, so I could only leave. I was planning to test my luck there once I reach body condensation state. I heard Lu Olan is the disciple of Mo City elder Wu Minglu. Yi Mo nodded. And think I'm going back to Mo City immediately. From now on, my city welcomes people like you. Hearing this, Mo said excitedly, Thank you, Pil King Yi Qian Bei. I'll go to Mo City immediately after I reach body condensation state. Yi Mo nodded, Okay, we'll meet again. Then Yi Mo took Su Yuehua to the door and waved his hand. The restrictions of the shop were all gone. When Mo reacted, Yi Mo had disappeared with Su Yuehua. Mo exclaimed, Truth realization state Qian Bei indeed has boundless power. This is definitely a level 6 trap formation, but it's like paper to Pil King Yi Qian Bei. Meanwhile, Shui Hong came nervously to Mo and said, Qian Bei, may Wan Bei leave? Mo looked plainly at her. You never know what the friends you make will become in the future. It's better be a little more genuine. Then, Mo, you also disappeared. Shui Hong stood at the door, and her emotions went wild. In a short time, she was almost crushed and raped. She stripped naked to fight for salvation. She indeed survived now, but it had nothing to do with what she did. She was very close with Su Yuehua when they were Foundation Establishment State. They've helped each other escape death many times. But she knew that if she wanted to fight for the great Tao, she needed to change. She sucked up to the Wei brothers with her body and used her means to get more cultivation resource than Su Yuehua. In the end, she reached Golden Core State first. Su Yuehua had now become a burden, and she gradually left this precious friendship. She used all means necessary for cultivation. Because of this, she lost her sense of humiliation and stripped naked in front of everyone to survive. Now, she relayed that even if Yi Mo didn't came, she would at most be played and then killed. If she treated Su Yuehua the same way she did before, how can Su Yuehua not bring her to Mo City? She realized a lot of things in such a short time. She sighed and also left the shop. The teleportation formation of Mo City were always taken by wealthy cultivators. Ordinary cultivators came here to seek cultivation resource. How can they waste large sums of spirit stones on teleportation formation? So when Yi Mo and Su Yuehua came, there weren't a lot of people. The teleportation formation of Mo City were always taken by wealthy cultivators. Ordinary cultivators came here to seek cultivation resource. How can they waste large sums of spirit stones on teleportation formation? So when Yi Mo and Su Yuehua came, there weren't a lot of people. Are we going to take teleportation formation? Su Yuehua still wasn't used to the fact that Yi Mo was truth realization state cultivator. Yi Mo nodded. That way we can get to Mo City faster. Su Yuehua sighed. I really don't believe that I met you in Mo City. I've never taken the teleportation formation. I don't even know what it feels like. Yi Mo smiled. The teleportation formation you took from Duanheng to Small World and then Xing Jia Mountain to South Peace State is a teleportation formation. Su Yuehua nodded. I know, but I was dazed at the time. Yi Mo sighed and didn't say anything. There were too many cultivators like Su Yuehua who used all their resources for cultivation. How can they afford teleportation formation? Even for him, if he didn't have the Golden Page world, he wouldn't know where he would be at. Seeing Yi Mo take out 80k top-grade spirit stones to the teleportation formation guard, Su Yuehua opened her mouth in shock. Yi Mo, we need this much top-grade spirit stones. Just when Yi Mo wanted to tlack, there was a clear, crisp voice of contempt. Hillbilly! Yi Mo frowned and turned back. It was one male and female cultivator. The male was body condensation state level 4, while the female cultivator was only golden core state level 7. Seeing Yi Mo about to talk, Su Yuehua quickly pulled him. It's fine. I'm a bit hillbilly. When I came to Mo High City, I saved up 2,000 spirit stones and bought the cheapest ticket to here. The body condensation state male cultivator saw Yi Mo look over, and he couldn't see Yi Mo's power. He quickly saluted with his fists. Friend, sorry. My martial sister is naive, please forgive her. Yi Mo nodded and didn't fuss with this little girl. He said to Su Yuehua, when I left Mo High City, I took the boat too, but I spent 20k spirit stones. That boat was too slow. The price difference between the bottom and top was huge. Teleportation formation is faster. The teleportation formation here only opens for 4 hours each day, but now it doesn't seem to have such restriction. Otherwise, if we take flying ship back, we would spend an extra day to arrive. The girl was unhappy being told off by her martial brother, and hearing what Yi Mo said, she added in contempt, bullshit. The body condensation state gave Yi Mo an apologetic look, and then reproached the girl seriously. Martial sister Xiaoer, if you act like that again, I'm never bringing you out. Our Heaven Fountain sect is only a 7-star sect, so what if we're 8-star and 9-star? 9-star sect, Lightning Cloud sect, core disciple Tian Aofing acted cocky, and then he offended someone and was killed in the Heartless Sea. That Tian Aofing was killed on the way to South Peace City from Mo High City. I've told you many times, there's always people stronger outside. If you don't behave yourself, not only will you suffer, but you will also bring trouble to our sect. Hearing this, Yi Mo couldn't help laughing as he was reminded of Yuruyu and his fiancée. These two were too similar. The female cultivator clearly didn't get the message and murmured, Martial brother, shouldn't all make everything sound so serious? At most, I would bring trouble to myself. How can I bring trouble to the sect? Seeing this, the body condensation state cultivator frowned. Tian Aofing died, and one of the Lightning Cloud sect, 9-star sect, but was also forced to seal sect by MOU City. Martial brother, don't trick me. There were people coming out of Lightning Cloud sect a while ago. How can they seal sect? The girl said unhappily. The male cultivator side, the reason they unsealed sect so quickly is because MOU City, Lord Yi Mo, disappeared in the Heartless Sea. Otherwise, they would still be sealing sect. Why don't you believe me? The young girl grunted and said, after a while, how many of the caliber of MOU City Lord would there be on Luoyu continent? You always try to scare me. Plus, I know that Lightning Cloud sect unsealed sect because of Demon Prison Forbidden Grounds. Yi Mo frowned. The Lightning Cloud sect dared to open sect again when he wasn't at MOU City. It was clear that Lightning Cloud sect didn't really seal sect, or how would they know he left? Plus, what was going on with the Demon Prison Forbidden Grounds? Seeing this, the male cultivator sighed and said nothing. But the girl saw this and knew her martial brother was disappointed in her. She quickly hugged his arm and sulked, Martial brother, don't be like that. I'll let you kiss me. Hearing this, the male cultivator quickly said, Martial sister, Xiaoer, don't say this outside. Okay, I won't. What's so good about MOU City? Master, and them are going there, and told us to meet them there? Xiaoer asked again. The male cultivator said seriously, this time MOU City and Pill City are joining forces. They might combine into one big city. Many of the Pill Kings from MOU City came from Pill City. With the Pill Kings of Pill City, the pills in the city would be hugely abundant. The price would be unimaginably cheap. Our sect went there to buy pills, of course. Hearing this, Yi Mo couldn't resist anymore. MOU City and Pill City were on opposite sides. How can they join forces? And Yu Chi Chao and Shen Wanqing would never agree to this. Just when Yi Mo wanted to ask, the teleportation formation guard said, "For friends, quickly get on. The teleportation formation is about to activate." Yi Mo resisted the urge to ask, thinking he would be flying back to Mou City soon, and took Su Yuehua into the teleportation formation. With Yi Mo's God-shaped body refinement, he only felt a little dizzy. He could even feel the space ripples during the teleportation. Yi Mo rejoiced. With this, he might learn the true means of tearing open space. God's state was indeed a huge benefit. The teleportation formation was different to space transmission runes. A rune master must have a certain understanding of space and void to be able to inscribe such runes. Meanwhile, Formation Grand Master didn't need that to set up teleportation formation. But of course, if he knew of it, his teleportation formation would far surpass ordinary ones. At this moment, Yi Mo realized why Chu Jiu could set up realm-breaking teleportation formations. When Yi Mo and Su Yuehua came out of the teleportation formation and to the city gates, the male and female cultivator had left the city gates. The male cultivator saw Yi Mo and Su Yuehua and nodded to Yi Mo. Meanwhile, that little girl stared at Yi Mo, wanting to see what flying magic artifact Yi Mo would be using. "How long do we have to reach Mou City?" Su Yuehua subconsciously asked. Yi Mo said not long. "At most half a day, possibly even less," Yi Mo said casually, but the two were dazed. Reaching Mou City from South Peace City in half a day, what flying magic artifact was this? Hearing this, the male cultivator was more shocked. If what Yi Mo said was true, then Yi Mo must be immeasurably powerful. The male cultivator didn't want to mess with Yi Mo, but the girl said, "You guys are going to Mou City too? So are we." The male cultivator didn't want to mess with Yi Mo, but the girl said, "You guys are going to Mou City too? So are we." But then the girl added, "But you're bluffing too much. Half a day. I'll be honest with you, if you can get to Mou City in a week, you would be considered fast." Seeing his martial sister look for trouble again, the male cultivator quickly saluted with his fists. "Sorry, friend. My martial sister has never been out before. If she offended you with words, please forgive her." Yi Mo smiled. He could tell this girl was blunt, and it was unintentional. She hasn't been into society at all. She was just some flower in a greenhouse. The male cultivator saw that Yi Mo wasn't hard to talk to and breathed easy. "I'm Lin Jishan. This is my martial sister Mu Qingxiu. We're both Heaven Fountain sect disciples. We're meeting up with our sect there. I heard you're going to Mou City too? If so, we can go together." Yi Mo saluted with his fists. "My surname is Yi. I'm going Mou City indeed. Since Brother Lin is going too, then take my flying ship. We would be faster." Yi Mo thought he could ask him some things on the way. Then Yi Mo released a black flying ship. "Come up." Yi Mo smiled to Lin Jishan. Lin Jishan was immediately astonished and said in shock, "This is extreme grade cultivation artifact flying ship." Yi Mo smiled and nodded. "No wonder Brother Yi says you can get there in half a day. You have extreme grade cultivation artifact flying ship." Yi Mo exclaimed and carefully took Mu Qingxiu up, as though fearing he would damage the flying magic artifact. "Martial Brother Yi, you really have extreme grade cultivation artifact flying ship?" Mu Qingxiu completely forgot what she called Su Yuehua before. Yi Mo manned the ship and it dashed away in a gray line. Lin Jishan instantly felt South Peace City disappear from his spirit sense. Such speed. Lin Jishan was shook. He was certain Yi Mo's power was much higher than his. Otherwise, even with extreme grade cultivation artifact flying ship, he can't be this fast. Su Yuehua exclaimed. One moment ago, she was struggling at the border of the Heartless Sea, and now she was on extreme grade cultivation artifact flying ship. This was the first time Mu Qingxiu rode extreme grade cultivation artifact flying ship and touched everything on the ship. Yi Mo wanted to ask Lin Jishan about Mou City, but Lin Jishan asked, "Brother Yi is going to Mou City for the Alliance Conference." Yi Mo shook his head. This is the first time I've heard of it. Can you explain it a little? Lin Jishin nodded. Of course, the original city, Lord of Mo U City, was Yi Mo. Then he went to the Heartless Sea, and for some reason never came back. The city under his wife Ning Qingxue and Sist Tang Beiwei's management grew prosperous. And in a year's time, Mo U City surpassed Pill City, the original city lord of Pill City Yu Chi Chao. And Shen Guanqing supported Mo U City greatly, and this was an important reason. Plus, Silver Moon Pill King reached Heaven Grade Level 8 Pill King, so Mo U City was even more popular, and soon became a place all cultivators wanted to go. Then, what's with the Alliance Conference? Yi Mo asked. There was no way Yu Chi Chao would help Pill City. He trusted the two and knew they wouldn't betray Mo U City. Lin Jishin knew a lot about this and said the Alliance Conference is for Pill City and Mo U City to combine, forming one huge city and one branch city. This is brought up by the city lord Lu Olan, and his master Ming Lu Dao greatly supports this. Yi Mo frowned. Silver Moon Pill King and Guantian Pill King didn't disagree with this. Lin Jishin sighed. If they were still at Mo U City, of course they would. But they both aren't at Mo U City, and Guantian Pill King is in danger. What's going on? Yi Mo grew nervous. The two Pill Kings helped him a great deal. Lin Jishin looked at Yi Mo in confusion. Brother, you should know about such things? You've really never heard of it? Yi Mo shook his head. I've been training at the Heartless Sea. I really never heard about it. No wonder. Lin Jishin nodded. Brother, Yi probably knows of the South Peace State. 4 great forbidden grounds, right? Yes, Yi Mo answered. Lin Jishin's tone grew serious. The number 1 forbidden grounds of South Peace State is the Demon Prison Forbidden Grounds. Problems arose a few years ago. Originally, no cultivators could go in, but suddenly demonic qi spilled out. Those cultivators inflicted by it would lose their minds and beat themselves to exhaustion and die. Yi Mo thought of the space seal in West Extreme State. Once the seal was broken, such demonic qi would spill too. Was the demon prison Forbidden Grounds connected to the demon realm of West Extreme State? Spirit sense can't scan that demonic qi. It can't be attacked by magic artifact. Eventually, cultivators found that only rare flames or internal flames would be effective against it. Even so, countless cultivators lost their lives due to it. New demonic qi keeps seeping out. The powerful cultivators of South Peace State all headed there wanting to seal the demonic qi. But that's no easy feat. Lin Jishin sighed again. Instead, more were seeping out. Countless South Peace State died. Eventually, someone found a way, and that was to kill demonic qi that had a shadow, and you can get a demon crystal. Concocting it into a pill can avoid being infested by demonic qi. It can also save those who are not greatly affected. Lin Jishin looked at Yi Mo. You probably realize now that Guantian Pill King went to help concoct pills, but not long after he went, there was news that he was affected by demonic qi. Silver Moon Pill King is very worried and took 2 Truth Realization State to there. Ever since he went, there was no news. The reason for this alliance is also related to the Forbidden Grounds. Pill City and Mo U City are both places where pills are made, so it's more beneficial to South Peace State cultivators sealing the demonic Forbidden Grounds if they joined up. Yi Mo sighed and realized what was going on. Were there no other cultivators who disagreed the alliance of Pill City and Mo U City? Yi Mo asked. Lin Jishin could tell that this brother Yi didn't seem to like the 2 cities joining up, and said, of course, City Lord Ye's wife and sister strongly disagreed, and 1 Truth Realization State, Elder Silver Moon Pill King, left also disagreed. But Wu Ming Lu Dao agreed. He was Truth Realization State Level 6, and if he agreed, there was no use that other people disagreed. Even if City Lord Yi was at Mo U City, he probably can't stop this. Yi Mo sneered. Wu Ming Lu Dao, what a strange name. Lin Jishin smiled. It's not strange. His name is Wu Ming, but He has a sword technique that has 6 strikes. It's said that no master could last the 6 strikes, so he received the name Wuming 6 Strikes. Is that MOU City? Such a beautiful place. Mu Qingshu exclaimed. So pretty. Lin Jishan looked at MOU City and couldn't help exclaiming. So pretty. Lin Jishan looked at MOU City and couldn't help exclaiming. Yi Mo smiled. He didn't want his cultivation grounds to just have spirit qi. He needs it to be pretty and elegant. Then he could take Susu, Qingxue, and them on walks. Su Yuehua exclaimed, such dense spirit qi. There would only be denser spirit qi later on. Yi Mo relaxed his mind here. He would put at least 10 extreme grade spirit ranges here. If he set it up, this would be the place with the densest spirit qi in the entire South P state. When they entered MOU City, Yi Mo frowned. All the defense formations were open. This meant that anyone could go in the few defense formations of MOU City. This was different to what he wanted. When Yi Mo left, Ning Qingxue and Tang Beiwei used identity system. MOU City was a private city. It was open to public, but not so easily accessed. Yi Mo put away the flying ship and were stopped at the city gates. It was 2 nascent soul state cultivators guarding there. They said expressionlessly 1,000 spirit stones each. It's this expensive to go in city. She had never seen such an expensive entry fee. Even the highest level city only needed less than 10 spirit stones to go in. Yi Mo's face sunk. It was hard to get in his city, but it definitely didn't involve spirit stones. Martial brother Lin and martial sister Qingxiu. How did you guys come so quickly? I thought it would take at least 5 or 6 days. A hollow spirit state female cultivator called out in joy and walked over quickly. Martial sister Yan Ran. Mu Qingxiu called out in surprise and joy. Then she pointed at Yi Mo. Martial brother, Yi has extreme grade flying cultivation artifact. That's why we go here so fast. Extreme grade flying cultivation artifact? Almost all cultivators hearing this stopped. A few of them even had dodgy eyes. Lin Jishan quickly reproached martial sister Qingxiu. Don't say that. We'll talk when we go in. He said to Yi Mo, brother, Yi, my martial sister, is immature. Yi Mo waved his hand. It's fine. I have extreme grade flying cultivation artifact. This is a fact. As soon as Yi Mo said this, a few people looked joyful, but that joy quickly disappeared. Yi Mo was more furious. The reason MOU City used identity system was so that these robbers couldn't get in, but now it seemed there was quite a lot of them. Brother Yi, Lin Jishan was helpless seeing that Yi Mo admitted that in front of all these people. He looked very smart, but why did he talk like his martial sister? Martial brother quickly come in. Another cultivator of their sect paid for Lin Jishan and Mu Qingxiu. Lin Jishan quickly said, wait, I'll pay for brother Yi. Lin Jishan didn't want Yi Mo to keep talking outside. There were too many vicious people here. Yi Mo knew what Lin Jishan meant and waved his hand. I don't need to pay spirit stones. Lin Jishan thought Yi Mo was going to pay spirit stones himself, but Yi Mo continued. I never thought that one needed spirit stones to go in MOU City. No one can take half a spirit stones from me. MOU City was his city. What was this logic? He needed to pay spirit stones to enter his own city? Brother Yi? Lin Jishan looked at Yi Mo in shock. MOU City was managed strictly. No one dared to say such things. These 2 nascent soul state cultivators heard this and dazed. Then they laughed very arrogant. I, Lu San, have never heard of someone who want to go in without paying spirit stones. Do you think you're the MOU City Lord? Even Vice City Lord Ning needs to pay. Lin Jishan wanted to persuade Yi Mo, but was quickly pulled away by his sect members. 2 body condensation state immediately walked out hearing this. They didn't dare to attack when Yi Mo didn't offend the city guards. Now he was certain the city guards wouldn't say anything, so they were going to rob Yi Mo before he went in. Seeing two body condensation states stop in front of Yemo, Su Yuehua subconsciously took 2 steps back. They looked very powerful, but soon Su Yuehua realized Yemo was truth realization state cultivator. She didn't need to be scared. One was fat and ugly, the other seemed decent looking. Friend, I'm Huang Heng. I've been living at MOU City. If you want to go in and have nowhere to stay, I can help. The fat cultivator saluted with his fists. Yi Mo stared coldly at this. He was furious that people needed to pay to go in the city. His killing intent soared, and his Huang Heng ran into his fury. Seeing Yi Mo stare at him and not talk, Huang Heng said, I need a flying magic artifact. I heard you have a flying cultivation artifact. Name a price. I'm very fair. I won't let you suffer. Huang Heng saw that Yi Mo was definitely younger than 100. Then meant he was no stronger than hollow spirit state. He was body condensation state level 7. And with a body condensation state level 7 friend, Yi Mo was dead for sure. Yi Mo sneered, You're wrong. I don't have a flying cultivation artifact. Huang Heng snarled, How can I hear wrong? You said your flying cultivation artifact was extreme grade. Yi Mo raised his hand, and a row of flying ship appeared above his head. Then he said calmly, I'm saying you're wrong, because I have a large pile of flying cultivation artifact. I don't know which one you're talking about. Yi Mo was determined to assert dominance, so the bigger the effect, the better. Seeing Yi Mo's pile of flying cultivation artifact, everyone took a cold breath in. There were even a few extreme grade flying cultivation artifact, and more top-grade flying cultivation artifact. Instead, there were little middle-grade and low-grade flying cultivation artifact. Who was this person? He was this wealthy. Heavy breathing were everywhere in the city. Huang Heng looked at this and suddenly screamed. He forgot about trading with Yi Mo and was about to go up and rob him. All this extreme-grade flying cultivation artifact made him lose his mind. The cultivator next to him charged up too. Before they reached Yi Mo, a purple ray flashed, and the two suddenly fell from the sky, turning into bloody mist. 2 essence spirit escaped out, and Huang Heng yelled, Qianbei, have mercy. Yi Mo patted, and the 2 essence spirit dissipated. 2 storage ring were collected by Yi Mo. The rest of the cultivators all went silent. Lin Jishin took a breath in. He didn't expect Yi Mo to be this strong. He didn't even move and killed 2 body condensation state cultivators. What power was this? Cauldron filling state tertiary stage or disaster transformation state cultivator. Yi Mo didn't use cultivation essence giant hand to prevent people knowing he was truth realization state. That way, if he was ganged up on by truth realization state cultivators, he could quickly kill the most powerful one. Yi Mo scanned those cultivators who showed greed before and asked coldly, Who else wants my flying cultivation artifact? You can come out, otherwise I'm going to put them away. The place was quiet, everyone wanted it, but no one dared to go out. 2 body condensation states were instantly killed. Seeing this, Yi Mo pointed coldly at the 2 nascent soul state cultivator city guards and said, You 2 can leave. From now on, there won't be city guards anymore. So arrogant, do you think you're MOU city lord? A cold voice sounded. Yi Mo already saw the cultivator who came. It was a cauldron-filling state level 3 cultivator. He had dense hair and powerful cultivation essence. He was no ordinary cauldron-filling state cultivator, obviously. Yi Mo already saw the cultivator who came. It was a cauldron-filling state level 3 cultivator. He had dense hair and powerful cultivation essence. He was no ordinary cauldron-filling state cultivator, obviously. Manager, you. The 2 nascent soul state quickly greeted. Yi Mo said coldly, You're right. I'm the city lord of MOU City. You're asking to die. Manager Yu was furious and released a thick metal sword. The city lord was Lu Olan. Where did this arrogant fool come from? Daring to call himself city lord? Yi Mo didn't care and hacked over with Sisu. All the cultivators just saw a purple ray flash, and there was a howl of pain. Manager Yu didn't even release his magic artifact fully and turned into a body. An essence spirit ran out in fear and released a bright spark. Yi Mo didn't kill his essence spirit and waited for him to signal the alarm. Even an idiot now realized Yi Mo was here to start trouble. In the blink of an eye, tens of dashing lights came. A bulky man with a ferocious face's voice sounded. Who dares to start trouble at MOU City? Have you lied enough? Manager Yu's essence spirit charged up and said shakily, City Lord Lu, it's this person. He's been killing cultivators outside the city, and he even destroyed my body because I said something. Yi Mo looked at this man in confusion. He didn't seem very cunning. How could he be MOU City Lord? He was only cauldron-filling state level 6. The big man calmed down instead. This young cultivator could easily kill Manager. Why you meaning that he could easily kill him? The strongest that came with him was only disaster transformation state middle stage. In order to take on Yi Mo, there needed to be 1 or 2 truth realization state cultivators. Otherwise, he would need to activate the formation. He stared coldly at Yi Mo. I'm MOU City Lord Lu Olan. Who are you? How dare you kill innocent people outside my MOU City? Do you think MOU City can't kill you? Do you believe that I only need to throw down a few formation flags and you would be trapped by level 9 trap formation? Then any golden core state cultivator would be able to kill you. Yi Mo smiled. I don't believe it. You. Lu Olan was furious. He didn't activate trap formation as he couldn't control it well, and it used up a lot of resources. But seeing so many cultivators watching him, Lu Olan couldn't hold it and threw out a few FMM flags. Nearby cultivators were all anxious, fearing to Jeeb trapped too. But soon, they calmed down. They found that Lu Olan was a liar. Nothing happened when he threw down the formation flags. Lu Olan's face was green. He would ask Ji Ling later why this happened. Did this old man do something to the trap formation? Did he think he was strong just because he was truth realization state level 1? He could easily kick him out of the city. Yi Mo sneered, trapping him with the formation he set up. This was a joke. He intentionally asked Lu, why haven't I been trapped yet? Everyone heard this and couldn't help laughing up. Lu Olan, in his embarrassment and fury, said coldly, who the hell are you? Yi Mo said loudly, MOU City Lord Yi Mo, you don't even know me, and you dare to call yourself City Lord? Yi Mo waved his hand, and those formation flags Lu Olan threw out appeared in his hands. He crushed them, and they turned to dust. With this, all the cultivators were startled. Some had long recognized Yi Mo, but they didn't dare to make a sound. Now that everyone was boisterous, those cultivators dared to show off. See, I told you that was City Lord Yi Mo to City Lord. This will be fun. Hee, I don't favor Pil King Yi, Silver Moon Pil King, and Guantian Pil King both aren't here. Not necessarily. I think Pil King Yi might be truth realization state Qianbei. Look at his means before. Lin Jishan looked at Yi Mo in shock. He didn't expect that he came over with City, Lord of MOU City. Yi Mo, luckily, he didn't talk shit about Yi Mo on the way. Otherwise, even if Yi Mo didn't kill him, he wouldn't have a face to stay. But then he thought now that Yi Mo came back, what would happen to MOU City? Huh? Mu Qingxiu exclaimed. So, Martial Brother Yi was MOU City Lord? We came with City Lord? I actually came with MOU City Lord to MOU City. My God. Shush. Lin Jishan quickly stopped her. It was undecided who was the City Lord yet. Lin Zihishan realized he was too serious and eased his tone. Martial Sister Qingxiu, who killed that Tian Aofeng? It was City Lord Yi. It was because Tian Aofeng was so cocky, and he offended City Lord Yi. So I hope you can understand what I said to you before. Unexpectedly, this time Mu Qingxiu didn't argue back and nodded, I know, Martial Brother. Lu Olan dazed and asked in shock, your Yi Mo? Then he felt his tone sounded weak and roared, so what if you're Yi Mo? I'm the city lord of Mo, you city now. Not only do you not support me, you kill my manage instead. Before he finished, a lightning sword flashed, and manager Yu's essence spirit turned into nothing. This is killing him, Yi Mo said plainly. Yi Mo would have killed Lu Olan too if he didn't what his relationship to Xin Guanqing and Yu Qichao was. Lu Olan's face was green that he spat blood. Yi Mo, husband, brother, haha, brother Yi, city lord Yi, master. A few more dosing lights came. Seeing them, Yi Mo's heart was warm. This was his home. No matter who dared to stir trouble on his land, he wouldn't let them go. Luo Ying, Ning Qingxue, Su Jingwen, Yiling, Tang Beiwei Song Yangzhu, Ji Ling, Lin Weiben couple, Meng Hanan, Su Sihongji, Shirtai, Yi Wucai Xing Da, and them all came. He even saw Su Ping in them. Seeing they were all fine, Yi Mo finally felt assured. Although he saw Blue Moon leave Heartless Sea, he was still worried. Su Jingwen, Luo Ying, and them's eyes almost melted Yi Mo. After a long while, they calmed down from the joy of reunion. Yi Mo didn't even need to say anything. One glance, and they knew some things needed to wait a while. Seeing this, Lu Olan couldn't resist and raised his voice, Ji Qianbei. Yi Mo killed Mo, you city manager, as soon as he came here. Is he asserting his dominance? I Lu Olan and the city lord here. Everyone quietened down, wanting to hear Ji Ling's reply. Ji Ling said calmly, Mo, you city is set up by Brother Yi, the spirit range below, and formation outside were all set up by him. If he didn't give the city lord to someone else, the Mo, you city lord, is forever Yi Mo. Ha! There was a huge laughter, and a yellow dashing light came. Ha! There was a huge laughter, and a yellow dashing light came. A black-faced, long-bearded man appeared at the city gates. 12 more dashing lights came. They were all very fast. Yi Mo saw clearly these 13 were all Truth Realization State cultivators. 2 Truth Realization State Level 7, 3 Truth Realization State Middle Stage, and 8 Truth Realization State Primary Stage. Not even a single Truth Realization State Level 8. Yi Mo shook his head. He was too careful. Ever since the Void Fisher, the weakest Truth Realization State he saw were Lan Chirui and Gongzha level. He became careful. But how could there be so many Truth Realization State peak stage in the world? Even Truth Realization State Level 7 was very rare. Even Lan Chirui would be someone no one dared to mess with here, much less Gongzha. The reason there were so many Truth Realization States here were because most of them came from Pill City. Pill City, as the only 10-star sect, had around 20 to 30 Truth Realization State cultivators. But not even Truth Realization State Level 7, they were no different to insects to Yi Mo. As long as there wasn't someone at Yu Zizhen's level, Yi Mo wasn't scared at all. Even if Yu Zizhen was here, he wouldn't be scared. The black-faced cultivator laughed. Sect leader Ji's words isn't good, although Mo, Yu City can't compare with old sects like All Formation Sect, but rules are rules. Pill King Yi Mo wasn't at Mo, Yu City. Mo, Yu City needs management. With one word, he pushed Yi Mo out of Mo, Yu City, saying that he was from another sect. Without question, this guy was Wuming 6 strikes. Yi Ling said uncomfortably, Elder Wuming Ji Qianbei was invited over by my brother. Why can't he manage Mo, Yu City? Plus my brother is back. What right does Lu Olan have to be city lord? So city lord Yi is back. Wuming didn't see. Sorry. Wuming 6 strikes said nonchalantly. Yi Mo looked coldly at him. Who are you to point fingers at Mo, Yu City? How dare you, Yi Mo? Even if you are a Pill King, what right do you have to talk to Brother Wuming like that? A Truth Realization State, Level 1 behind Wuming 6 strikes said. Yes, Master. He killed Manager Yu just then. Lu Olan said. Wuming 6 strikes reproached. Luolan, Yi Mo is Mo, you city lord and pill king. Manager, you disrespected him. He deserves to be killed. Don't mention this again. Yi Mo didn't seem to hear Wu Ming's 6 strikes and looked coldly at the truth realization state level 1. Who are you? Looking at you? You don't seem to be from MOU City? What right do you have to point fingers at MOU City? The truth realization state level 1 sneered. You're right. I'm not from MOU City. I came from Pill City. I was invited here to the Alliance Conference. Brother Wu Ming is kind and won't fuss with Wanbei like you. But I'm different. I won't stand Wanbei being so cocky. Yi Mo smiled. You have yet to see more. The truth realization state level 1 laugh. Very well. I want to see what is more cocky. I, Guo Whooping, have lived for 1,000 years and never seen a Wanbei more cocky than you. Let me see today. Don't be a coward now. Brother, this person is very aggressive. If it wasn't for Ji Qianbei, Su Dan's sister would have been killed by him. Su Dan was Lin Yibin's wife. Yi Mo took a step forward and reached out with cultivation essence giant hand. Truth realization state, cultivator. Truth realization state, Qian Bei. Seeing this, almost everyone was dazed. They knew Yi Mo was not simple and might be disaster transformation state, but no one expected he was truth realization state. Lu Olan's face was pale. He thought Yi Mo would at most be disaster transformation state, level 1. Even if he master didn't come, he wouldn't be able to kill him, as he had a few disaster transformation state cultivators. Now, it seemed Yi Mo would have easily killed him if he wanted to. How dare you? So what if you're truth realization state? Do you think you're the only truth realization state in the world? Did you just learn to use cultivation essence giant hand? And you act so cocky? Well, Whooping was furious. He was a truth realization state cultivator too, and Yi Mo dared to use cultivation essence giant hand against him. This was too arrogant. But then there was shock in his face. He found he stuck. He instantly realized domain. Great completion domain. Brother Wu Ming helped me, other than Ji Ling and them. No one expected Yi Mo was truth realization state cultivator. But a few truth realization state cultivator near him already moved, but they also showed the same expression of shock. They all couldn't move. Wu Ming's 6 strikes and the other truth realization state level 7's face changed greatly. They were about to break free, but suddenly they felt the domain disappear. Guo Whooping was struggling in the air, being held by a cultivation essence giant hand. He was held by the back, and his ligaments were struggling like a frog, making him seem very comical. But no one could laugh. This wasn't funny at all. A truth realization state, level 1, was easily grabbed by cultivation essence giant hand in front of more than 10 truth realization state cultivators. Yi Mo intentionally let Guo Whooping struggle, otherwise he wouldn't be able to move at all. Yi Mo looked at Guo Whooping coldly. You've lived for 1,000 years. Now do you see what is arrogance? Guo Whooping's face was brown, but he couldn't bear it, and quickly said, I see it now. Qianbei, please let Wanbei go. Wanbei won't dare to intervene with MOU City anymore. Yi Mo said coldly, you're wrong. You haven't seen the cockiest yet. I'll show you the cockiest. Then his cultivation essence giant hand enclosed and bloody splashed. Guo Whooping turned into a bloody mist. Guo Whooping's essence spirit screamed in terror, you dare to kill me. You dare. Rumble. After a blast of lightning, Guo Whooping's essence spirit completely disintegrated. A truth realization state level 1 was instantly killed, and his essence spirit disintegrated. No one dared to speak. Wu Ming's 6 strikes, his face was pale. He didn't expect Yi Mo to be this terrifying. With the power Yi Mo showed, even if they all attacked, they might not be a match for Yi Mo. Plus, there were 2 truth realization state on Yi Mo's side. Yi Mo, you dare to kill our Pill City truth realization state elder. A truth realization state level 5 pointed at Yi Mo in terror, but he didn't dare to yell. as he was afraid Yemo would reach his cultivation essence giant hand to him. As a truth realization state cultivator, he was actually scared of cultivation essence giant hand. The other truth realization state, level 7, said, City Lord Yi, you're extremely powerful and invincible, but our Pill City Elder came to Mo-U City to participate in the Alliance Conference. You just killed him for no reason. In this way, you're going to start conflict between the two sites. Please give us an explanation. But the two Pill City Elders didn't reproach Yi Mo directly. No one even spoke, seeing Yi Mo take Whooping's storage ring. He then looked at that truth realization state level 7 and said, I killed your Pill City Elder. What are you going to do? The two truth realization state cultivators were lost for words. If Yi Mo was an ordinary cultivator, they would have slapped over already, but Yi Mo was unimaginable strong. The two truth realization state cultivators were lost for words. If Yi Mo was an ordinary cultivator, they would have slapped over already, but Yi Mo was unimaginable strong. Yeah, he killed Whooping, but what could the Pill City do? City Lord Yi, are you this unreasonable? Plus, we came to Mo-U City as guests. Is this how Mo-U City treats guests? Plus, we Pill City is a 10-star sect. You can't treat us like this. The truth realization state level 5 said. Yi Mo said coldly, guest? Since when could guests intervene with the host's family business? Pill City, to be honest, you're really nothing to me. I've seen places 10,000 times stronger than Pill City, but it's only so-so. No one would believe Yi Mo was telling the truth. 10,000 times stronger than Pill City. Unless it was the immortal realm, otherwise it was impossible. The Pill City cultivators' faces grew very bad, but they didn't dare to argue with Yi Mo. They saw how dominant Yi Mo was. Whooping was just a little cocky and was crushed to nothing. Yi Mo's power was beyond their understanding. Even a truth realization state peak stage cultivator who was about to immortal ascend couldn't crush a truth realization state level 1 with cultivation essence giant hand, unless this cultivator's understanding of domain was extremely powerful. To the Pill City cultivators, the reason Yi Mo could crush Whooping was not because Yi Mo was truth realization state peak stage, but his domain was in great completion. This meant that if there was a truth realization state peak stage or truth realization state level 9 here, Yi Mo might not have an advantage. But those who came to the conference were all truth realization state level 7 or below. What could they do to Yi Mo? Amongst the Pill City truth realization state cultivators, one truth realization state level 3 secretly let out a message. Yi Mo's spirit sense was powerful, and this was in his formation, but Yi Mo sneered and didn't stop it. Whooping's 6 strikes knew he had to stand out, otherwise if the Pill City truth realization state cultivators fought with Yi Mo, that would be insurmountable disaster. Whooping's 6 strikes saluted with his fists. City Lord Yi, from beginning to now, no one can take your City Lord position. The reason Olan could be City Lord was because he had some experience in C2E management. Also, he was approved by Silver Moon Pill King and a few elders. If you don't believe me, you can ask your wife. Ning Qingxue said Lu Alan, being Vice City Lord, was approved by Silver Moon Pill King Qianbei indeed. But after the demonic prison incident, Mo-U City needed people to go out and discuss things. Lu Olan was reluctant to leave, but his master said to go, so he couldn't keep staying here. All the cultivators watching the show exclaimed, due to the reform, all sorts of cultivators could come into Mo-U City, and they were mercenaries. They loved to see truth realization state cultivators fight. The truth realization state level 3, who let out the news, soon showed joy. A powerful force came. Some low-grade cultivators spat blood due to this. Xin Jida took a few steps back, and Yi Mo's domain soon protected her. Truth realization state peak stage was here. Everyone knew this was definitely truth realization state peak stage, one that was very powerful. Yemo was furious. A mere truth realization state peak stage dared to be this cocky. He had killed more than one truth realization state peak stage. Who dares to kill my Pill City truth realization state elder? I want to see. A cold voice sounded, and a gray-robed cultivator landed. When his voice and voice sounded, he was still outside the city, but instantly he appeared before everyone. Paid elder. All Pill City cultivators bowed. The truth realization state, level 3, said our Pill City elder Gwupiang was killed by Yemo for no reason. That's right. The other few truth realization state cultivators said. Wuming Six Strikes saw this man and said in shame, Elder Shuai, Wuming is embarrassed I'm too weak and wasn't able to protect Elder Gua. Move to the side. The truth realization state peak stage waved his hand to Wuming Six Strikes, and Wuming Six Strikes quickly pulled Luolan to the side. Rat, killing my Pill City elder without reason. How dare you? Shui Yi yelled coldly. Today, I'll let you know why Pill City is 10-star city, and why no one dares to mess with us. Yi Mo said calmly, You're wrong. I have a reason to fight. Even if you have a reason, I'm going to kill you. What I'm going to tell you is, I never need a reason to kill. Shui Yi said in contempt, You don't, but I do, because I'm more reasonable than you. Then Yi Mo said to the surroundings cultivators, Whoever dares to say the reason I killed Gwupiang, I'll give him a top-grade flying cultivation artifact. I know, City Lord, you wants Elder Gua to know what is true arrogance. There were always people who didn't fear death for top-grade flying cultivation artifact. Everyone knew Yi Mo did this purposely. Yi Mo laughed. That's right. That's my reason. Look at how reasonable I am. Only a pig would kill without reason. Yi Mo laughed. That's right. That's my reason. Look at how reasonable I am. Only a pig would kill without reason. Then, Yi Mo threw his top-grade flying cultivation artifact like trash to that cultivator. That cultivator didn't expect him to really get a top-grade flying cultivation artifact and was overjoyed, seeing everyone look at him with fiery eyes, and some cultivators even showed looks of regret. He took out his only small transmission rune without hesitation and activated it. Seeing this, everyone looked disappointed. Shui Ye's hands were shaking with fury. Very well, good reason. Let me see if you're as strong as your reason. Then Shui Yi took out a top-grade cultivation artifact, flying sword. You should have some capabilities to be able to kill Gwupiang. Don't disappoint me. Shui Yi calmed down, as though he wasn't the one furious before. Yi Mo didn't believe a cultivator like Shui Yi only had a top-grade cultivation artifact. At the same time, another Truth Realization State Level 7 and Truth Realization State Level 5 from Pill City also released their magic artifact surrounding Yi Mo. Shui Yi frowned. Elder 11. Elder Hong, I need your help to kill an insect. The Truth Realization State Level 7 knew Yi Mo's power and said, Elder Shui Yi, we know you can easily kill this person alone, but just in case he escapes, No need. Stand down. Shui Yi waved his hand. He was Truth Realization State Peak Stage. He didn't need help killing a Truth Realization State Level 3. Yi Mo stopped hiding his cultivation level, seeing there were no more opponents. The two retreated helplessly. They saw Yi Mo was Truth Realization State Level 3, but they weren't certain this was Yi Mo's true power. Shui Yi waved his hand, and the flying sword rumbled. Seeing this, Yi Mo sneered. Shui Yi's domain was only average, worse than even Yong Lan Yi. How dare this guy say he can kill him without help? However, the flying sword rattling space creating domain was intriguing, but only so-so. Seeing his domain completely loom over Yi Mo, Shui Yi sneered, and his flying sword brought a sword net covering Yi Mo from all directions. Yi Mo could tell that Shui Yi wanted to skin him layer from layer. Such a cruel guy. Yi Mo sneered and released Zisu without hesitation. The domain above him shattered. Yi Mo didn't even use his domain, and broke Shui Ye's domain. Shui Yi saw Yi Mo was covered in his domain, and thought Yi Mo was dead for certain. He didn't understand how Yi Mo could kill Guo Wuping with so many truth realization state cultivators here. They were really useless. But when he saw Yi Mo's Zisu hack at him without resistance, he was immediately shook. What was this? At this moment, only he could hear the sound of his domain shattering. So powerful, Shui Yi reacted, and that sword next blocked in front of him. He just wanted to insert more cultivation essence and release a shield when he felt the space around him coagulate. He was shook. Of course, he knew what this was. This was also domain, but domain more perfect than his. Domain that could trap ordinary truth realization state cultivator for 1 second was initial completion domain, because 1 second was enough to kill him many times. Trapping someone for a few seconds was great completion domain, as even an idiot could kill you countless times. Shui Yi was shook because Yi Mo's domain could definitely trap him for a few seconds. After that, how could he be alive? He was cocky. If he wasn't cocky, he would release defense magic artifact first, and then attack. With that, even if he was bound by domain, his defense magic artifact could block the first wave of attacks. Shui Yi ran his cultivation essence like crazy, wanting to break free. He rejoiced taking back his flying sword early. Crack! Shui Yi's sword was good, but it was shattered by Zisu. But at the same time, Shui Yi broke free. However, that purple ray was in front of him. Shui Yi was shook and wanted to retreat more faster. Splurge, blood splattered, and Shui Yi howled in pain as he flew back a few hundred meters before stabilizing himself. There was a 10-centimeter deep wound in his chest. Even his organs were hurt. Shui Yi looked dazedly at Yi Mo for a while. He finally realized why Elder Shi and Hong wanted to help. Yi Mo was too terrifying, almost killing him in one blow. Yi Mo shook his head. He didn't use Illusion Cloud Hua Mountain Strike. If he did, Shui Yi would be dead. Yi Mo knew that with his domain in great completion or even perfection, ordinary truth realization state cultivators wouldn't be able to fight with him at all. He didn't completely use his domain. If he did, Shui Yi wouldn't be able to break free in 3 seconds. Yi Mo was testing the difference between Shui Yi and the Heartless Sea Peak stage cultivators as well, Void Fisher cultivators. Then he would be able to get revenge at Lightning Cloud Sect and Infinity Sect. So powerful. Shui Yi murmured. The contempt was completely gone. Elder Shui, the truth realization state level 7 said, and was stopped. Shui Yi ate a few pills and looked coldly at Yi Mo. A mere truth realization state level 3 can't do anything to me. His domain can only bind me once. Stand down, I will kill this man. Cultivators needed confidence, much less Shui Yi, who was about to immortal ascend. If his confidence was ruined, then it would be very hard for him to reach higher levels even if ascended to the immortal realm. Hearing this, Yi Mo sneered. He didn't use his full power at all. Just when Yi Mo didn't want to waste time, Shui Yi waved his hand, and a brick-like sword appeared in his hand. He didn't even insert cultivation essence, and Yi Mo felt a dense pressure and killing intent. He even had to take a step back. Yi Mo raised his brow. He knew this sword was not ordinary. Truth Carnage sword. Ji Ling called out in shock. Brother Yi Mo, be careful of his sword. It's a low-grade immortal artifact, the treasure of Pill City. It was low-grade immortal artifact? Yi Mo was shook that could tear Void open. Even with his God-state body refinement, he couldn't compare with Void. A powerful cultivator using Truth Carnage sword was enough to threaten his life. Seeing Yi Mo frown, Shui Yi sneered. He released the sword, and instantly a grand killing intent and force covered the heavens. For cultivators, even if one was stronger, but if the other took out low-grade immortal artifact, he might even leave immediately. For cultivators, even if one was stronger, but if the other took out low-grade immortal artifact, he might even leave immediately. But Yi Mo wasn't afraid at all. Even though he didn't have low-grade immortal artifact, he didn't believe Zisu was weaker than any low-grade immortal artifact. Plus, he had low-grade immortal artifact, but he just didn't spirit control it. Wang Xie gave him a thin blade at West Extreme State that was low-grade immortal artifact, but he didn't like it. However, the powerful killing intent swept out forming spirit chi that swept at Yi Mo. All cultivators nearby quickly retreated, being scraped by the sword ray, and killing intent of the immortal artifact meant death. Yi Mo found that Shui Yi couldn't control the actions of the sword either. The sword howled, as though wanting to devour people. Yi Mo released Zisu and hacked out Illusion Cloud Hua Mountain Strike. Even if Shui Yi's spirit controlled the low-grade immortal artifact, Yi Mo wanted to see if Zisu could stop immortal artifact. After all, Zisu was his favorite weapon. The Truth Realization State Level 7 saw that with this, Shui Yi wouldn't be defeated so easily. So he signaled to the other few Pill City elders. They immediately realized what he meant and flew towards J.I. Ling and them. Rumble. Illusion Cloud Hua Mountain Strike's purple ray clashed with Truth Carnage Sword Scattering Sword Ray and purple shadow everywhere. Shui Yi didn't completely spirit control Truth Carnage Sword, and with such a heavy clash with Zisu, it backlashed on him, making him uncontrollably spit blood. He was shocked that Yi Mo's cultivation essence was this powerful. The terrifying sword ray and purple ray split open space, forming black fissures. Void fissure. Shui Yi was shook. Touching these fissures meant certain death. The void fissure was small, but tens of space wind blades shot out. This was weaker than an ant's bite to Yi Mo, but Shui Yi was afraid. He didn't expect Yi Mo to have magic artifact to stop low-grade immortal artifact. He thought Yi Mo would at most be able to run away from low-grade immortal artifact. Low-grade immortal artifacts killing chi was more powerful than his domain. But Yi Mo's kitchen knife could really stop his Truth Carnage sword. Shui Yi didn't expect to kill Yi Mo in one strike, and was planning to kill Yi Mo by burning his essence blood and cultivation essence. But Yi Mo's kitchen knife made him give up his idea. He had to dodge the space wind blades. But at this moment, Yi Mo released his Zisu again, hacking at him, disregarding the space wind blades completely. Seeing this, Shui Yi's heart sunk. He knew that since Yi Mo wasn't afraid of his low-grade immortal artifact, nor the space wind blades, he would be defeated for sure. But at this time, he saw the Pill City Truth Realization State cultivators charge. At Mo, you city people, some hope rose up in his heart. If Pill City had a few hostages, things would be much easier. As a 10-star city, using such low means would affect Pill City greatly, but he couldn't care that much now. His reputation was nothing compared to his name. Yi Mo saw this too, and he was furious. How could he not know that the Pill City Truth Realization State were grabbing Luo Ying and them as hostages? This completely touched his bottom line. In his fury, he threw out tens of formation flags, and instantly, Shui Yi felt he had nowhere to go. He was trapped by a formation. He couldn't see anything at all. He just remembered this was MOU City, not Pill City. He was still a Truth Realization State peak stage, though, so after the initial worry, he took back Truth Carnage Sword. Even if it was level 9 trap formation, he could break it with Truth Carnage Sword. He realized that if Yi Mo used such means right at the start, he would have been killed already. Ji Ling saw the Pill City Truth Realization State come over and knew what they wanted. He was the only Truth Realization State cultivator on Yi Mo's side. He had another Truth Realization State level 5 on their side, but he wasn't here. He was guarding MOU Lake. Ji Ling wasn't scared. All tough Yi Mo set this formation. He had studied it later. He threw out formation flags. No matter what he had to stop these three truth realization state cultivators. Ji Qianbei, no need for formation. Yi Mo's voice sounded and Ji Ling stopped while rejoicing. The three Pill City cultivators instantly knew Yi Mo was here. With Yi Mo here, they can't get hostages. Before Yi Mo could attack, they quickly retreated amongst Pill City Truth Realization State cultivators. What everyone didn't expect was Yi Mo didn't stop them from going back. But after they went amongst the Truth Realization State cultivators, he took a step forward. When he made the leap, he was still near Ji Ling, but after his foot landed, he was before the 9 Pill City Truth Realization State cultivators. City Lord Yi, it was a misunderstanding. The Truth Realization State Level 7 said in shock. Yi Mo didn't say anything at all and released his domain. That moment, those Pill City Truth Realization State cultivators were all covered by Yi Mo's domain. The Truth Realization State Level 7 in his shock tried to break free. Rumble. Before he could, countless lightning sounded above his head. Then, dense dark lightning fell down. The cultivators outside could only see the Pill City Truth Realization State cultivators were all covered by the lightning arcs. Some were child arm-sized. Even the smallest were child wrist-sized. All the Pill City Truth Realization State cultivators were dumbfounded. They had seen many lightning element cultivators. Lightning Cloud Sect had lightning element truth realization state cultivators, and 11 lightning swords was a famous magic. But never had they seen such crazy lightning sword. What was this terrifying magic? In the blink of an eye, 2 truth realization state level 2 were heavily injured. Only then did the other cultivators react and use their cultivation essence trying to break free of Yi Mo's domain and then release their defense magic artifacts. The Truth Realization State Level 7 just broke free and released his defense magic artifact when he felt more powerful binding. In that instant, he realized what Yi Mo wanted. He wanted to kill the Pill City Truth Realization State cultivators altogether. Was Yi Mo crazy? But with the lightning sword raining down, he could only hope that Yi Mo used up his cultivation essence quickly and end this barrage. A few sharp cries sounded. The Truth Realization State Level 7 knew that 2 Truth Realization States were killed. Yi Mo was cruel to this extent. Killing this many Truth Realization State cultivators by himself. Was he going to become a public enemy? Yi Mo, you're crazy. Do you know the consequence of this? The Truth Realization State Level 7 roared. All the cultivators were dumbfounded. Even the most ferocious mercenary thought Yi Mo was crazy. Killing one was fine, but killing this many would immediately start war between the 2 cities. Rumble. With the last lightning sword falling, Yi Mo stopped with a pale face. He ate a few pills. That barrage was satisfying, but it was costly. Rumble. With the last lightning sword falling, Yi Mo stopped with a pale face. He ate a few pills. That barrage was satisfying, but it was costly. Only 2 of the 9 trapped by the lightning sword barely stood. One was the Truth Realization State Level 7 Elder 11, and another was the Truth Realization State Level 5. The 2 were still standing, but they did not appear human-like. They were more like 2 bars on charcoal. The Truth Realization State Level 7 was shivering in his lips looking at the 7 dead Pill City elders. He was Truth Realization State and one of the few Master of Pill City. He was respected by everyone. What was fear? It was when other cultivators looked at him when he was in a bad mood. But now he was scared too. He encountered a madman who was insanely powerful. He killed 8 Pill City Truth Realization State elders now, and even Elder Shui was trapped. Just who knows what else he would do. The Truth Realization State Level 7 pointed at Yi Mo, unable to say a word. No one dared to say a thing or laugh at this truth realization state level 7. Anyone who faced such terrifying event would be like this. Yi Mo exerted a lot of spirit sense, otherwise he would have released Zisu again. 10 seconds alter. The elder finally calmed down and looked shakily at Yi Mo. You're starting war with Pill City. You're starting war with the entire South Peace State. You, Yi Mo sneered in contempt. War with the entire South Peace State? You overestimate the Pill City. Mo City has level 9 Pill King, level 8 Pill King, and level 7 Pill King. What does Pill City have? Hearing that there was level 9 Pill King at Mo City, everyone took a cold breath in. This was more shocking than Yi Mo killing 8 truth realization state cultivators. Level 9 Pill King. How many years had it been since one appeared on Luo Yu continent? Now, Mo City had level 9 Pill King. No wonder Yi Mo said Pill City overestimates itself. If people knew Mo City had level 9 Pill King, Pill City would be trash to other truth realization state cultivators. Pill City had such dominance because they had lots of Pill Kings, but if that was taken away by Mo City, it really had nothing to be proud of. Yi Mo didn't care about the discussions around him and said, Pill City wants to challenge Mo City. Bring it on, I'll take it. No one can do what they want at Mo City, not even Pill City. But I'll be honest with you, Pill City only has one chance to start trouble at Mo City because next time I will erase Pill City from South Peace State. Such force, such domineering declaration. Yi Mo's intention was very clear. If Pill City dared to start trouble again, he would attack Pill City. Wu Ming's 6 strikes felt shivers down his back. He survived because he didn't join the Pill City. If he fought Yi Mo, he would be dead now. Lu Olan looked in terror. He finally realized what sort of a ferocious being the city, Lord of Mo City, was. This was 100 times more fierce than killing core disciples of Infinity Sect in front of Infinity Sect leader. He wouldn't doubt at all that Yi Mo would kill him in front of his master. That truth realization state level 7 was shivering at such words. He was alive, but he didn't even have 40% of his cultivation essence left. Yi Mo could kill him at any time. That truth realization state level 5 was in a worse state. Crack! Shui Yi broke free from the trap formation. His face was red as he grabbed Truth Carnage sword and jumped out. It really wouldn't be easy to break free if he didn't have Truth Carnage sword. Yi Mo ignored Shui Yi. He was using this time to recover, otherwise he would have killed Shui Yi already. Shui Yi also noticed something was wrong. All the cultivators were dead silent. What's going on? Shui Yi asked, and then saw the charred elder Shi and Hong. Then he saw the few disintegrated remains on the ground. He instantly realized Yi Mo exterminated all of the Pill City elders. They were all killed. The truth realization state level 7 said numbly. What? Shui Yi looked at Yi Mo in disbelief. Only Pill City could kill other cultivators. Since when did other cultivators come kill them? Shui Yi reacted and was about to release Truth Carnage sword. Yi Mo didn't give Shui Yi a chance this time. He released Zisu with full power, using Illusion Cloud, Hua Mountain Strike. Shui Yi needed at least 2 seconds to release Truth Carnage sword as he didn't fully spirit control it. That 2 seconds was enough for him. Truth Carnage sword just activated and was hacked by Purple Ray. Shui Yi was desperate. He knew the difference between him and Yi Mo was huge. If it wasn't for the low-grade immortal artifact, he would have long been killed. Feeling Yi Mo's domain trap him, Shui Yi regretted. He should have ran when he broke free, not go kill Yi Mo moments later. Zisu brought about the sound of sword ray cutting into bones and flesh. Shui Yi's face showed despair. He didn't even want to resist. The remaining 2 truth realization state Pill City elders just woke up a little and saw with their own eyes Yi Mo killing the most powerful paid elder of Pill City. Before they could react, Zisu swept over again. Red sprouted from the purple ray, creating a beautiful vibrance. but no one felt the beauty of it, only frigid sensation. The 11 truth realization state cultivators from Pill City, including Shui Yi, were all killing by Yi Mo picked up the storage rings. From the moment they tried to take Luo Ying, Yi Mo considered them dead. The conflict was set. Yi Mo deigned expect Pill City to do nothing about this, but he wasn't scared at all. He did this because he knew what Mo City needed. This was his cultivation ground. He didn't need a prosperous city, but a serene, beautiful home. Yi Mo knew what he lacked. He didn't have the effort to manage Mo City, and he wasn't a good manager. But whether it was on Earth or here, power was everything. In Luo City, power was knowledge and capability. But regardless, Yi Mo could manage the city once or twice, but could he manage it for a few 100,000 years? If Qing Xue and Bei Wei were stronger, they didn't need to agree to Wu Ming's 6-strike suggestion, and things wouldn't spiral out of control. This time, he brought back large amounts of cultivation resources. Yi Mo had made up his mind to bring up the power of the people around him. He also needed to change up Mo City's formation. Yi Mo had a lot of things to do. He definitely can't let problems occur in his base. Looking at the cultivators outside the city, Yi Mo said loudly, "From now on, Mo City will go back to identity system. Those friends who haven't been verified, please leave the city for now. Once you have an identity, then come back. The retreat begins now. Time is 15 minutes. Looking at the cultivators outside the city, Yi Mo said loudly, "From now on, Mo City will go back to identity system. Those friends who haven't been verified, please leave the city for now. Once you have an identity, then come back. The retreat begins now. Time is 15 minutes. Yi Mo's voice sounded across the entire Mo City. Knowing that Yi Mo was back, the original citizens of Mo City all rejoiced. Only Yi Mo brought them the protection they needed the most. When City Lord Yi was here, no one dared to do anything to them. Even a top-grade cultivator couldn't abuse an ordinary cultivator or mortal. Ever since City Lord Yi went, the new City Lord, despite not being very discriminating of these mortals, but already put them at the border. Now that City Lord Yi was back, how could they not be happy? Yi Mo just killed 11 truth realization state cultivators, and one included a truth realization state peak stage. Now that Yi Mo wanted to reorganize Mo City, even those mercenaries didn't dare to disagree, and quickly left. There weren't a lot of cultivators living long-term at Mo City. Most wanted to use the Alliance Conference to buy pills or earn some fortune. The cultivators leaving were shocked at the calling of Yi Mo's name. If Yi Mo stayed at Mo City for a few decades, then even if he gave the city lord to Anno her person, no one would care about the new city lord. Seeing all these cultivators leave without starting trouble, J.I. Ling sighed. The cultivation realm was really all about power. If Yi Mo didn't kill all these Pill City Truth Realization State cultivators so dominantly, they wouldn't retreat so easily. After 10 minutes, Yi Mo started throwing out formation fogs. The open formation slowly closed, and those cultivators who hadn't left quickly left. Otherwise, they wouldn't be able to leave. Yi Mo intentionally closed the formation slowly. Wu Ming's 6 strikes witnessed the entire process of Yi Mo's carnage and completely realized Yi Mo's power. He took his disciple and another truth realization state primary stage cultivator to Yi Mo and saluted with his fists awkwardly. "City Lord Yi, I was very offensive before. Please forgive me." Lu Olan also bowed and saluted with his fists. "Please forgive me for my rudeness before." How could Yi Mo not know what Wu Ming's 6 strikes wants? He knew that he didn't fear Pill City at all and didn't want to leave. Mo City was extreme grade cultivation grounds, and the environment was top-notch in South P State. It was best for him to reach truth realization state peak stage here. But more importantly, it was because he was a level 9 pill king. A level 9 Pill King was incredibly useful to truth realization state cultivators. Yi-Mo guessed right. Wuming 6 Strikes guessed that Yi-Mo was level 9 Pill King. He was level 7 Pill King before. If he wasn't level 9 Pill King, how could he reach truth realization state? There were a lot of truth realization states at South Peace State, but none was young. They were all old. Ji Ling and Yi-Mo all reached truth realization state not long ago. This meant something. But Yi-Mo already considered MOU City to be his home. How could he let Wuming 6 Strikes stay? Regardless of his character, his disciple was Merchant Association. Good thing. Now that Wuming 6 Strikes apologized, Yi-Mo just nodded on Silver Moon and Guanting Pill King's account. I won't mind. Otherwise, I would have killed your disciple already. Lu Olan was sweating cold, knowing that Yi-Mo didn't exaggerate at all. If Yi-Mo wanted to kill him, probably no one in South Peace State could stop him, much less his master. Wuming 6 Strikes didn't like this, but Silver Moon Pill King wasn't here, so he could only suck it up. He saluted with his fists. In that case, Wuming will leave. If MOU City needs Wuming, I will offer my measly power. Yi-Mo sneered. Measly power? When all the Pill City truth realization state attacked me, how come I didn't see your measly power? Seeing that Yi-Mo really didn't intend to keep him, Wuming 6 Strikes took his disciple away with the other truth realization state cultivator in disappointment. Lin Jishan and Mu Qingxiu also came to bid Yi-Mo farewell. Yi-Mo approved of Lin Zhihishan quite a bit. He politely said goodbye and even invited him to come back. With Lin Jishan earning Yi-Mo's approval, the Heaven Fountain sect cultivators all felt honored. With this, Lin Jishan's status rose greatly. As soon as the Heaven Fountain sect cultivators left MOU City, many cultivators came to suck up to them. 15 minutes later, Yi-Mo closed the formation. With all those cultivators leaving MOU City emptied up a lot. Then Yi Wucai took a few cultivators to organize MOU City, while Yi-Mo and Ji Ling and them came to the City Lord Estates. Yi-Mo had decided to tell his idea to everyone and hear their opinion. West Extreme State Truth Realization State Peak Stage could immortal ascension. He was Truth Realization State Level 3 now. With enough resources, he would certainly ascend too. If he did, he didn't want what happened to Luoyu City to happen to MOU City. Eventually, they decided to change the formation to controlled formation. Even if Yi-Mo wasn't here, the other Epipel could use the formation to protect it. Yi-Mo gave that low-grade immortal artifact to Lin Yibin and gave Truth Carnage Sword to Su Changji. He liked Su the most. Low-grade immortal artifact was good, but it couldn't be upgraded. When Su Jingwen and the new Yi-Mo came from Earth, they couldn't resist the joy and excitement. They wanted Yi-Mo to say everything in an instant, but they knew a lot of people were here, and they couldn't ask now. After the City Lord Estate meeting, Yi-Mo let Lin Yibin announce the new rules of MOU City. Meanwhile, Yi-Mo and Luoying and them came back to MOU Lake. MOU Lake was prettier than when Yi-Mo left. Silver and that snow fox recognized Yi-Mo and ran over. MOU Lake wasn't damaged, and this made Yi-Mo's disgust towards Wuming and his disciple lessen. How is my mom? Su Jingwen asked immediately when they went back to their rooms. Yi-Mo gave her an assuring look and told them everything he did on Earth. Su Jingwen's heart rest assured after hearing that. She wanted to ask about her father, but thinking about the things he did and how Yi-Mo didn't mention him, she resisted the urge. Ning Qingxue also felt assured knowing that her parents were fine. With this reunion, the atmosphere became intimate. Seeing this, Tang Beiwei and Yi Ling quickly left the room. 3 days later, with Ji Ling's help, Yi-Mo completely changed MOU City formation. Tens of extreme grade spirit range were buried under MOU City and MOU Lake. Even Ji Ling was shook. Yi-Mo was too wealthy, But even so, he can't be this extravagant. There was not another city who could use tens of extreme grade spirit range. But what shook him more was that Yi Mo used pretty much all top grade, or extreme grade cultivation artifact for formation base. Yi Mo used a few hundred top grade cultivation artifact and tens of extreme grade cultivation artifact to set up this formation. With this, even if an immortal wanted to attack MOU City, it wouldn't be easy. The MOU City cultivators suddenly felt the spirit chi increase by many folds, and immediately knew their city lord came to set up the formation again. They all couldn't help praising city lord Ye's name. Yi Mo, Luo Ing, and Su Jingwen stood at the top of a mountain outside MOU City, watching MOU City from a distance and the two rivers next to it. Further beyond was a boundless grassy plain. They enjoyed this precious moment of tranquility. Yi Mo, Luo Ing, and Su Jingwen stood at the top of a mountain outside MOU City, watching MOU City from a distance and the two rivers next to it. Further beyond was a boundless grassy plain. They enjoyed this precious moment of tranquility. The air here is really good. Su Jingwen stood by Yi Mo and looked at the beautiful blue skies and environment. She felt completely relaxed with the light breeze passing by. Yi Mo and Luo Ing smiled, but didn't talk. This was the place they lived at now. Yi Mo had been setting this up many years ago. If Ning Qingxue and Song Yangzhu weren't in solitary cultivation, Yi Mo wanted to call them out as well. Although Su Jingwen started cultivation last, she had the highest cultivation level. Luo Ing also reached hollow spirit state. Only Song Yangzhu and Ning Qingxue were still at nascent soul state. Yi Mo was truth realization state now, and might immortal ascension one day. They knew that their talent was a little worse, and so they used all time possible to cultivate. They didn't want to be still staying at MOU City when Yi Mo immortal ascended. Now, that MOU Lake spirit chi was very dense to an extent that even 9-star sect couldn't hope to compare. No one wanted to stop cultivation. This will be our home from now on, Su Jingwen exclaimed once again. She had never lived so well before. In Ninghai, she fell in love with Yi Mo and didn't know. When she knew, she didn't dare to say it. When Yi Mo left, she finally realized and crossed countless mountains and rivers just to find Yi Mo and tell him that she really liked him. Even now, she still remembers the bar where she got drunk after hearing news of Yi Mo getting married. Wanqing took her away that time. Thinking about this, she suddenly wanted to know how was Wanqing compared to her. She was so much happier. She found Luoyu City and the small world, then Luoyu Continent and Jiangchuan City. Finally, she met him on that snowing day. Don't think that much. Luo Ing saw Su Jingwen's eyes were melancholic and knew what she was thinking as she held her hand. It was as though every woman who was with him endured countless hardship. Mu Xiaoyan, Song Yangzhu, Ning Qingxue. Seeing that Luo Ing seemed to be affected by her mood, Su Jingwen suddenly smiled. Sister Susu, I actually feel very happy. I'm thinking about happy things. Just like last time, if I wasn't with Sister Susu, I would never expect you to be more crazy than me. Hearing this, Yi Mo blushed. Luo Ing was older than Su Jingwen, but couldn't accept such blunt words, and also blushed. Yi Mo suddenly felt a sense of satisfaction. He brought the two into his arms. No one said a thing now. They just enjoyed this moment of tranquility. The good times after hardship were more precious. All of them knew that Yi Mo's power kept increasing through battles and seeking fortunes. If Yi Mo stopped to cultivate, he would perhaps be the weakest. So, they all knew that they could stay and cultivate at MOU City, but Yi Mo couldn't. Yi Mo was more powerful than them, but every step he made, he paid countless times the price they did. It was because of this that every time Yi Mo came back, Even someone like Luo Ing would open herself up. Mo City wasn't just a city now, it had a new age. It was not only a symbol but also an anticipation. After the formations were set up, all the people in Luo Yu came to the agreement that they'll use the earthly way of recording time. The first year was MOU 2000. This way of remembering time changed the chaotic and messy notion of time on Luo Yu continent, and was soon adopted throughout the entire South Peace State, and eventually the entire Luo Yu continent. Ever since now, Luo Yu's calendar united. Su Jingwen leaned in Yimo's arms and really wanted to ask why he named Luo Yu City the same as Luo Yu continent, but she resisted that question. She didn't know if Qing Shue asked Yi Mo, but she didn't ask because she felt it was hard for Yi Mo to answer. Su, Jingwen, I'm going to leave Mo Yu City for quite a while this time, but don't worry, I'll be fine. Yi Mo didn't want to say this, but he knew he had to go see Silver Moon Pil King and Guantian Pil King. He owed these two former city lords a great deal. I know, go. Luo Ing knew Yi Mo too well, and she really didn't worry about Yi Mo much now. He had Golden Page World, and even Truth Realization State, Peak Stage, was no match for him. In the entire Luo Yu continent, there weren't many who could threaten him, much less South Peace State. She also knew that Yi Mo wasn't going to gulp down the hatred of Gu Wenxian and them being killed. Before he went to Demon Prison Forbidden Grounds, he would definitely annihilate Lightning Cloud Sect and Infinity Sect. Yi Mo indeed thought so. There was another reason he wanted to annihilate these two sections. He didn't know how long he would go for, and although MOU City was very safe, but there were only two Truth Realization State cultivators. Even if they didn't dare to come to MOU City, they were still a threat. In fact, Yi Mo wanted the Pill City to come get revenge. That way, he could annihilate Pill City too, but they did nothing about losing 11 Truth Realization State cultivators. Thinking about this, Su Jingwen said in confusion, the Pill City is really strange. They still haven't done anything up until now. Ji Qianbei said that the Pill City would come for retribution for sure. Yi Mo smiled. Even if the Pill City came, MOU City does not fear them. With Ji Qianbei manning the formations, any of you can use formation to control them. The dusk sun was bloody, hanging high above Lightning Cloud Mountain, seeming pitiful. Yet under such sun, there was not a single person to be seen outside Lightning Cloud Mountain. Yi Mo dominantly came back to MOU City and killed 11 Pill City Truth Realization State cultivators, including Shui Yi, who had Immortal Artifact. News of this spread through the entire South Peace State in a day. Even the most distant place cultivators heard of this. For some low-grade cultivators, Yi Mo was level 9 Pill King, didn't shock them too much. After all, it was too far from them. But killing 11 Truth Realization State cultivators in a row. Everyone knew this. Outside, the Lightning Cloud Mountain was dead silent, but that didn't mean there were no people at Lightning Cloud Sect. How could they not have heard of the news? In fact, this wasn't what shocked them the most. It was that after Yi Mo did that, Pill City didn't react at all. This was the most unbelievable thing. Pill City was a place where Truth Realization State were plenty like dogs, and Disaster Transformation State walked all over the streets. Yet this power didn't even say anything. This was too abnormal. Plus, Yi Mo said cockily that Pill City only had one chance of revenge. But if Pill City went to MOU City, Pill City would be erased from South Peace State. Because the Pill City was so quiet, Lightning Cloud Sect was more worried because everyone in South Peace State knew that the next place Yi Mo would go was Lightning Cloud Sect and Infinity Sect. In the meeting hall of Lightning Cloud Sect, the scene was dead silent. You're tuning into the Mystic Fist YouTube channel. Don't forget to subscribe and join us on this journey to catch the most captivating stories.